Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Yo, what's going on, people? How y'all doing today? Let me see who's I hope everybody had a great weekend, man. It was a holiday weekend actually. Yes, let's go. It's time to get back in the hustle. It's gonna be the new trap house over here. All right. Like I said, I hope everybody had a good weekend with your families. I know it was Thanksgiving. I hope you did something nice for a family member, something like that. Yes. Let me see what I'm gonna. Yeah, today is Tuesday already, so it's already it's amazing how how fast this year is going. We already got 32 more days to go, yo. I hope everybody got their goals for next year. I know I wonder what's gonna be your goals for next year. Making extra money, getting married, buying a new house. Buying a new house sounds like a big deal because how crazy the interest rates is. I don't think anybody can even afford buy a house next year. They say the real estate market is supposed to coming down. That's what they say. Yeah, man, and buying a car too because boy, I was looking at those rates. God damn, this shit is so goddamn high. This thing is so everything is high except people's salary. You know what I mean? So you just like, yeah, just know what your decision is gonna be out there, people. Well, today I'm gonna be having it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun because I'm gonna be reacting to this video. Actually, it's a couple of videos, and one of the videos got a little twist on it. It's one of those Kendra G show videos. That show is very entertaining, you know, because if you have an old kind of people calling, but he just at this point is getting wild. It's getting real wild in there. I think at this point people just calling pretty much for clout. If you really ask me, I think they're calling for clout. So you just so let me go ahead and get this ready over here. In the meantime, I know people. Let me see 1 second. Yeah, we're right here. Yes, I got this new thing going on. Like, if you want to request your favorite song, all you have to do is just Cash App. You know what I mean? Cash App your boy. $5 for one song, $8 for two songs. That's gonna be the new thing. Whatever you want to hear, I can play it. So let me go ahead. So whatever song you want, I can go ahead and play. Let me go ahead and play this right here. Oh, matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and get started with this, man.
You see me now? Okay, hold on. I think I can. Give me better light, but I can't hear you, but that's all. I'm outside. We're not seeing them like normal. Hello? Hello? Okay, boo, give me some light. Can you see me? I can see you now. Bring your phone up though. I'm outside. Say again? I'm outside.
Just pay attention how Hunger. I want you to pay attention. Just see how Hunger is outside. She's outside. She's walking around. Obviously it's nighttime. So keep that in mind.
Working. I didn't know you were gonna put me on here. Okay, but you gotta bring the phone down so we can see your face. Okay, there you go. What's your name, boo? What's your name? Bulgaria. Everybody calls me Beanie. Beanie. Where you calling me from, Beanie? Beanie. Like the Beanie Babies. Beanie. Okay. Where you calling me from? I'm from Chicago. Okay. Listen, why you gotta bring the phone down so we can see your face, boo? Can you see me now? I can, but bring the phone down a little bit because the comments on my end.
She's still walking. She gotta, you know what I mean? I don't know where she's going, but she's still walking out there. From Chicago. The little blonde, yes, she's a blonde. Okay. Okay looking girl. She doesn't look bad. Oh, she's an okay looking girl.
Blocking your face. All right. Beanie, how old are you? I'm 25. You're 25? Yes. Okay, what do you do for a living? You said you at work? I'm an entertainer. You're an entertainer. What do you do as an entertainer? I work in strip clubs. I work in the streets. You work the streets too? What do you do in the streets? I'm the escort, you can say. You're an escort.
I hope you caught that. Hunger to say that she's an entertainer. She worked the streets. Let me play, for the people in the back that didn't hear that one. Let me play that one more time.
I'm the escort, you can say. You're an escort. Okay. Is that legal? I don't know. She said, is that legal? No, I'm just doing it now. So I'm almost finished stacking what I need to stack so I can start building my house. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's in Dallas. Dallas did. She's in Dallas. She's in Dallas, Texas right now. She walking around. She's an escort. She is working the blade. That's how we call it. She working the blade. She is trapping. She is selling that pum pum at a discount price in the middle of the night. She's a lady of the night.
You said you're working, so are you doing escort services at this moment? Yes. So are you waiting? How does that work? Are you waiting for someone to drive by, or do you have a set appointment? I work the streets. I work the internet. Right now, I'm working the streets.
What you mean, Sugar Bone? How do I know? She said it herself. She said it herself that she's an escort. You didn't hear that? Guess what? I got time today. Let me rewind it a little bit. I just got home. I got a whole lot of freedom. Let me go back so you can see. How do I know that she's selling ass? She told you she's an escort. What do you think escorts do? They selling that pum pum, baby.
I'm the escort, you can say. You're an escort. Oh, is that legal? I don't know. She said it's not legal. No, I'm just doing it now. So I'm almost finished stacking what I need to stack so I can start building my house. Okay, and you said you're working, so are you doing escort services at this moment? Yes. So are you waiting? How does that work? Are you waiting for someone to drive by, or do you have a set appointment? I work the streets. I work the internet. Right now, I'm working the streets, but I have regulars. I have sugar daddies, as they call it. I travel a lot. I travel the whole.
She says she's an escort. She's traveling a lot. So that means she go to city and hit that block and go ahead and make her move, yo. So she is pretty much. I know people saying that the whole prostitution thing is dead, like now everybody's on the internet, but people still be on the street. Over here where I live, like about 20 miles away, they be on the street. They be selling that ass in the street.
United States. I did a. Okay. Okay. Wait. Where are you walking to? Right now, I'm in Dallas. You're in Dallas. And are you walking to somebody's home? Huh? Are you walking to somebody's home? Or like, where are you walking to? No, I'm just walking. It's just called walking the streets. So, are you waiting for?
She ain't walking. She just walking the. She is working the blade. She is out. She probably, I don't know. She might even have a pimp. Usually, girls that engage in prostitution in the streets, they usually be having a pimp because pretty much a pimp is the nigga that will protect them. He will keep them quote unquote safe from a goddamn crazy trick that come around. And out of every activity this girl is doing, she actually calling the Kendra G show to find. Y'all gonna hear. I ain't gonna spill it. I ain't even gonna spill the beans like that. Let's continue.
Somebody to just stop by and pull over to you? Yes. So, okay, let me ask you this. That sounds like prostitution, not escort. It's both. Whatever you want to call it, whatever they want to call it. And is that legal in Dallas? I mean, it's not, but it's other girls in there. A lot of girls. Okay, so you know my show is a dating show. So while you're prostituting, you're looking for a boyfriend? I wouldn't say a boyfriend. I'll say a friend. That's friend. I'm not looking for no money or nothing. Right? Say what, baby girl? You gotta stop moving and talk to us though. We gotta get your attention for this part. So you ready to give us your attention? Okay. I said I'm looking for a friend right now. Well, you know this ain't the PayPal, the PayPal show.
She said she's not looking for a boyfriend. She is looking for a friend. Translation, she is looking for customers. She is looking for customers so they can go ahead and buy that pum pum. I wonder what her price is at this point. I hope she said her price. She looking for somebody that actually, I ain't gonna lie, she actually kind of smart a little bit because she knows a lot of tricks out here. She knows a lot of suckers. So why not call the show to see what she can get? She's trying to get all kind of like my girl Brandy said, she's advertising. That is correct. She is advertising. She is trying to go viral. She is just trying to do trying to be noticed, trying to become like a household name on the internet. I guess I don't know. So he just the hell y'all talk? What the hell you talk about, Sugar Bun? You always getting into with somebody, girl. Yeah, so she just called this the dating show, even though the dating show is all about looking for quote unquote dates, potentially love. You know what I mean? So she just gonna use the show to her advantage, trying to increase her market share. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I can know this girl actually she kind of smart. She do what she uses whatever tool is at her disposal. That's all she doing, yo. Because believe it or not, I promise you, a lot of guys in boxing. I promise you that.
I just told you I didn't come on here for that. I what you come on here for then? That's what we do here. I said I'm looking for a friend. A friend that you're gonna do what with? Because my show is when you're looking for someone that you want to date. So are you looking for someone that you eventually want to date? Because that's what we do here. Yes. Okay. And you want to be okay with you being a prostitute? Yes. What kind of man you looking for, girl? I'm looking for an honest. I'm looking for an honest man. Put the phone. You have to put the phone in your face, Beanie. If I'm gonna do this with you, because we still gotta do the way we do it. So I gotta see your face, and you gotta sit still, honey. Okay, well there you have it. Ciao.
I think she felt embarrassed, and then she hung up the phone call. The little date that she was trying to set up. I think that's what happened.
What I tell you, I'm just gonna stop being surprised. Like I am. I'm just gonna stop being surprised because I feel like being surprised is I don't know what to say, people. I don't even have the words. Because I was like, this is not prostitution. This is not prostitution. I mean, this is not escort. Because under my knowledge, and I don't know too much about everything, but I thought an escort is like you have a company, they call you, they set you up, they provide a car service to the person you are going to entertain for that night. But what she's doing, from what I've been told, that's considered prostitution. So I've never had a girl. I had strippers that have been in the back calling to the show, but she is the first prostitute that has called the show while she was actually in the midst of looking for a guy to pay her to drink. She's the first. Welcome. Hi.
Yeah, man. That was interesting right there. The reason why I picked this one to start the whole entertainment show is because I know like I know I know a few prostitutes and shit like that, girls that went to school, they became escorts or whatever, but at least they don't got no chain no more. They just calling to dating shows and shit like that. They let you know of the rip. Before they used to fight you telling you they wasn't selling no ass. Now they just don't care. They just let the whole entire world that what they doing, and they don't care. They just let you know like they selling ass. They tell you to do it. I mean, because the new streets now for prostitution pretty much is OnlyFans. You know what I mean? It's OnlyFans and the street club pretty much, because those girls at the street club, they be selling ass too. Trust me, they be selling ass in there. They're gonna if you offer them some bread, they will go. You know what I mean? They will give it to you. They will sell it to you. That's why they be in there. So it's funny how I would love to know why she hang up. So I would like to know how wonder why she hang up. She probably realized Yeah, I got two options. Number one, she probably feel the chain. I doubt that. Number two, she probably receive a phone call with a trick, and she have to go. I think that's what happened. A trick probably called her, so she had to get up and get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? So now she just hopefully something tells me that that girl will call back in the future. She will call back. I really believe that she will call back, and yes, and so she can finish looking for a day, because I know I don't recall she giving out her Instagram or Facebook, whatever, but I promise you it was hundreds of messages that probably people sent to that girl. So trust and believe that, man, because guys, man, guys, they cannot control themselves. They will wipe up anything. Let me see. Let me see what gave this Papi. Here we go. Girl, that Lexi is not a goddamn prostitute, man. Stop it, yo. Why you always talking, sugar boy? you a troublemaker. My girl Dallas this her pimp. Yeah, you think so? You think her pimp pop up? Oh, guess what though? I got another one coming. This one right here, the news, the next one is this girl. She called Kendra G, right? She called her. She called her from work. This the next one. She's a nurse. And oh, you're gonna see. I ain't gonna spill the. I'm not gonna spill the beans yet. Y'all gonna see, man. Let me see who's in this goddamn chat right now, yo. Let me see this guy. Sugar Bone, be nice, gang. Prime Study, man. How you doing? Fantasy Alligator, welcome, baby. How you doing? The black guy monthly. How you doing, my man? Beg, how you doing, my dear? Dallas D, man. How you doing, my baby? Let me see who else is in here. Hey, what's good, family? My man Juan, how you doing, fam? Yes, man. Let me. I know the next one is gonna be funny. Is my man Fighter, man. What's good, family? My girl Corinne, my man World Class. Hey, thank you for being over here. My Jamaican guy, Kings and Dreams. What's good, family? And Normal Nerd, my girl Brandy. What's good? Yeah. I just yes, Fantasy Island girl. Yeah, I just got home, so I gotta do this, man. Kings and Dreams, man. One. Rasta mom. Yeah, the next one. Oh, this one is gonna be funny. This one is gonna be hilarious. You got a twist at the end, so I mean, in the middle in a way. Let me get that started right now.
Welcome to the show. What's up? What's your name? Okay, she added me on her live, girl. Hello. Hey, what's up? What's your name? Davina. Davina, where you calling from? I'm in Illinois right now, but I live in St. Louis. You live in St. Louis? Okay, but you live, all right. Are you a nurse? I'm a CNA. Are you at work right now? I am. Okay, so is the patient okay? Not to cut you off, you got all my coworkers like excited because everybody loves you. I'll tell your coworkers I let them dance. Hey! Now go check on the patients before they die. Looking for love. Over here. Say what? Everybody is good. Everybody is taken care of. You sure? You checked their posts and everything? Everybody is fine. Nobody ain't beeping. I don't hear no machine beeping. I guess it's going off. None are going off. Okay, none are going off. All right, let's continue. Davina? Yes. And then how old are you, baby? I'm 21. You're 21? Okay.
Do you believe that this girl is 21? Do you believe it? Do you think she is 21? I don't know, man. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. She is 21. I seriously doubt it. But let me see, 1 second. How do I get? I don't see this girl being 21. Miss Janistic Coleman, thank you for this $10 super chat, my dear. I appreciate all the love and support that you always be doing.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, thank you again for the $10 super chat, baby. I appreciate you. Let me continue, yo.
And when's your birthday? February 2nd. That's an Aquarius. You have any kids? I don't. No kids. Davina, you're a CNA.
Yeah, the 21-year-old girl. She ain't got no kids, but you're gonna know why in a minute. Don't worry about it. In the meantime, let me go ahead and acknowledge my girl, Miss Dallas D, Melanated and Candy. Thank you, darling, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate all the love and support that you always give your boy. Dallas, please, drop your channel in the chat so people can subscribe to your channel, man. I need you to get to 500 there, 1,000 real fast. You're more than welcome to drop it. In any of the moderators in the chat, please drop your channels in there. And the people that I rock with, drop their channel too, if you don't mind, yo. Thank you.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and continue because this one is. I told you this one got a twist.
Aquarius, you live in St. Louis, right? Mm-hmm. How was your Thanksgiving? These comments be killing me. It's good. I cooked yesterday. I cooked yesterday, but I'm working today. Okay, you want to say hey? She said to all my coworkers to say hey. Hi, hey y'all. Can we do like a dual music?
Obviously, you can tell homegirl she's at work. She is in the health department, in the health industry. I don't know. She works in some sort of hospital. I don't know. She got the whole nurse outfit going on. The quote unquote 26 years old lady. Yeah, please go subscribe to my girl Dallas Dig and go subscribe to my man Work Class. Let me see. I will be go subscribe to my man Before the Billions. Let me continue.
No, you want to do it? Wait, let me finish with you first. Okay, so this is Davina, 21, Aquarius, no kids, St. Louis, CNA. All right, boo. What kind of man you looking for? A hardworking
Nurse CNA. Any nurse in the chat over here? How long it takes to be a CNA? I think it's like a year. That's like I know it's CNA, then RN, and then the doctor's assistant. I think that's the ranking. I think that's what it is. Yeah, thank you again, Dallas D, and thank you again, Miss Janice Tacoma. I appreciate the super chat that you sent. Let me just say that one more time. Let me continue.
a loyal man, a man that's about his bread and about his family overall. I'm not here to play with little kids. I'm 21, but I don't like men in my age range. So to give you an advance, I like men older. I would say about 30 to 40. 30 to 40? Okay, so nobody your age. No, can't no little boy handle me. No. Okay, all right. Let's go to your deal breakers besides your age range. Some deal breakers. kids. I'm not big if you have kids. I don't really like men with kids because I've had experiences as a stepmom and it wasn't for me. Okay. And I don't have any kids yet, so I look forward to having my own. So.
This 21-year-old said her experiences being a stepmother, quote unquote. I don't know what kind of 21-year-old kid. You pretty much a kid actually. Gonna have experience being a mother, man. Maybe she messed with a guy that had a kid, whatever. But like, I don't know what experience you would have being a stepmother. All right, so you just capping. Yes, Kareem. Got a neck tattoo and everything. Got a bunch of tattoos actually in the arms. You look at the arms, got a bunch of tattoos. Neck tattoo. They look like a prison tattoo actually. That's very manly actually, having a neck tattoo. I thought only men get neck tattoo. I don't got any tattoos and I don't like needles. So, but I know plenty of guys. Tough drugs. Yeah. Let me see. Sugar Bone asking, what is a real working man? My girl, on the local perspective. How you doing, lady? First time? I think my first time seeing you here. Thank you for welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I just got monetized maybe a week and a half ago, maybe. Thank you. I appreciate it, my lady. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, my man before the billion said he don't got any tattoos. Man, I don't. And the crazy part is I like tattoos. I just don't want to get them on me. Yeah, I don't like needles. I don't. I can't stand needles. You know what Dallas did? I think the same thing. Tattoos is sexy on the female, but like it depends too. Like when she had only a couple. I don't like when the girl is all tatted up. It looks nasty when it's when the girl got 20 plus tattoos. But a couple of tattoos I don't mind. Let me continue.
Okay, look for whatever your own. All right. So does the guy gotta look a certain way? Yeah, he has to be decent looking. I prefer more men on the chocolate side, but I don't necessarily discriminate.
Looking for chocolate for a black guy. She said chocolate, so she most likely implying she's looking for a black guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, Trump said, he said no fear, but yeah, and it's not about I ain't got no fear, no time. I just don't like needles, man. Needles is crazy to me, man. Hell no. Let me continue, yo.
Problem just been with men is that as a white woman, I don't attract white men for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the way I talk or the way I was raised, but they don't fuck with me. I guess I intimidate men a lot, and I don't try to. So okay, listen, this might be an inappropriate question, and I apologize in advance. But
Kendra is about to ask her the question. What question do you think she's gonna ask you? What question do you think that Kendra G is gonna ask this girl right here? Yeah, my girl, that's this. Say, I'll hold your hand. I ain't scared of the tattoo, girl. I don't want it. I just don't want it. Even though that I find them very sexy on the girl, though. A few tattoos looks good on the girl. I don't think I want my. I don't think I like neck tattoos for a female. I don't. Let me see. Let me see what. No man. And normal men say, "Are you a man?" Janessa comes say, "Bro, you Leroy." My girl Carissa, does she have an ending on the Audi? Is she looking for a black man? Is she? I'm a married man. Oh, okay, he talking to Sugar Bone, I guess. This papi dude is whack. Oh shit. Let me see. What do you think she gonna ask her? What do you think Kendra G gonna ask this girl? Okay, let's go.
my show, I just gotta
He's a transformer. I don't know for the people that you didn't hear. Let me see. Let me go back.
Do you know what I'm gonna ask you? I am a trans woman. Okay.
It's a trans woman. It's a trans woman. I don't even know how that works, man. Trans woman is the one that go from a man to a woman. That's how you call it, trans. Okay, and the trans man is the woman that go from a woman to a man, right? They change the rules every day, man. Every day they change the goddamn rule. My girl Dallas did say looking like Michael Fell the swimmer. Oh shit. Listen. By the way, let me make a disclaimer. Nothing wrong with being a trans woman, trans man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But this is when it get interesting. The stuff that yeah, before the villain is a man. He's a man transformed into a woman, I guess. But what's gonna happen next is what make it so crazy, yo. And actually, I think it's foul. Just pay attention to what this nigga girl is about to say.
I was gonna ask you. Okay. I appreciate you giving me an answer without me having to ask. That was a question that was curiosity. So when was you gonna tell me? I mean, it's not a secret, but if you asked, I was gonna tell you. If you didn't ask, I wasn't gonna put it on there. Just because I don't wear it on my t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not ashamed. So I'm very open about myself, but it's not there for me to just throw out there. You know what I mean? Because people look at you very differently in this day and time. So. But don't you think it's fair enough for a guy to know that in advance? We're talking about for you. We're not talking about the guy. So no, we're talking about but me is the guy. I'm in.
Boom. Boom. Do you see? This is the reason why I picked this little so I can do this to react to this is because this is foul right here, yo. This is extremely foul. It's nasty. It's disturbing. That I mean, ain't nothing wrong. Whatever she wants to live her life, his life wants to live his life. But the fact that you don't even let the man know that you were a born man, that is damn foul. That is foul, yo. That is nasty. That is foul. It shouldn't be like that. You should tell the man. You should whoever come across your path, you should let them know. And you trying to quote unquote date them, you should let them know that you were born a man. So let that man make a decision on his own to see they want to continue talking to you, bro. You know what I mean? Because this is why a whole lot of violence happened after that. Because you don't let the man know that you were born with the same tool that they got. So you pretty much tricking this guy. You are tricking him into talking to you, knowing damn well that this guy might be looking at you as a girl. I always find that crazy to me how you just trying to trick guys when you know like these guys that like that are into that shit. Why don't you just let them know and let the man decide? Let me see. Let me rewind a little bit so you can hear what you said.
Just because I don't wear it on my t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not ashamed. So I'm very open about myself, but it's not there for me to just throw out there. You know what I mean? Because people look at you very differently in this day and time. So, but don't you think it's fair enough for a guy to know that in advance? We're talking about for you. We're not talking about the guy.
She is willing to tell the girls, but she is not willing. He, whatever you want to whatever he is. I'm confused. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what to call him. This is like this is like this is three questions at this point. She, he, they. I don't know. It just my girl G needs to come and say everyone that reacts to Kendra G needs to get an interview from her. That's what she said. That's what Kendra G said. Let me see what my girl Dallas did say. Y'all better start asking for birth certificates on the first day, unless let me see, live in Cali because they allow you to change that shit. I'll do you one better, Dallas. At this point, how crazy the game is, you might as well start going now with a girl that got kids. Might as well. Because at the bare minimum, you know, at least she can have kids. I know she's a woman. Going out with a girl that got kids, it sounds like a good deal at this point, because that guarantee you for sure that she got kids. There is no way around that. Biology is having advanced enough for the trans people to have kids yet, but I'm pretty sure that is coming. Let me see what my man Jerry said. He said that's scary. Yep. Yeah, you see, like the white girl trying to be at the. I mean, they got ghetto people in every race, I guess. They got ghetto Latino motherfuckers. They got ghetto whites. I guess they call them trailer park trash. I believe so. So it's nasty out here, man. It is nasty because it's obvious that I mean, it's not obvious. Let me take that back. But you know what I mean? It's some people that I can see them get tricked by this blonde right here. And I think it should be the law. I think that should be like a law. It should be like, if you are trans, whatever, you should be able to tell people what you are and let the other person decide if they want to talk to you or not. And Sugar Bun say, what's up, information man? How you doing, boss? Sugar Bun say, ain't one's black man. Yeah, he wants you too with Sugar Bun. Trust me, he might get you too. He got the he probably still got the equipment to still mess with you. So be careful. Be careful.
So no, we're talking about, but me is the guy. I'm interviewing you for a dating show. So you're not interviewing. We're not talking private. We're putting you out here for a man to, reach out to you. So in that case, do you think it's fair that they had the right to know?
Oh, of course, of course. So if I feel like I'm going to be intimate with somebody, that's when I would disclose that. So if I'm just conversating with a guy, let's just say, on this occasion, yes, they should know. But just in general, no, they should not know, because if I'm not trying to sleep with them.
Wow, there you have it. There you have it. This is nasty, yo. This is nasty. That I don't know if you hear what she said, but let me rewind it a couple seconds so we can hear it one more time.
That. So if I'm just conversating with a guy, let's just say, on this occasion, yes, they should know. But just in general, no, they should not know, because if I'm not trying to sleep with them or for
bingo. Look at it. She say he say they should not know that she got it Thule. She got the same Thule that you get. You see what I'm saying? My girl Dallas this said, not divulging. Let me see. Not divulging that information can be detrimental to your health. Yes, baby. Actually, it can be detrimental to their health, because guys that feel slighted about that thing can go south, man. And everybody know what I'm talking about. It just foul how they operate. And trust me, this is the mindset of, I'm not gonna say all of them, I'm not gonna put all of them in the same boat, but a lot of them think this way. A lot of them think this way, that they don't have to tell you. So what they do is they get with these guys, they probably give them a blowjob or something, and they kind of trick this guy into sexual acts, even though that the guy don't even know that this is a whole man right here. This is a whole man that be taking hormones, so they probably got little titties, some shit like that. But they probably got the Thule out. They probably got the same tool as you. So man, it's nasty. The streets is nasty, yo. This is nasty out here, yo. That you get tricked. That man is might be able to get tricked for the from these goddamn guys. This is messed up, yo. All right, 1 second. Let me continue.
Some type of intimate relationship with them, it's just not their business. Of course. So if I feel like I'm going to be intimate with somebody,
man to, reach out to you. So in that case, do you think it's fair that they had the right to know?
Oh, of course, of course. So if I feel like I'm going to be intimate with somebody, that's when I would disclose that. So if I'm just conversating with a guy, let's just say, on this occasion, yes, they should know. But just in general, no, they should not know, because I'm not trying to sleep with them or pursue some type of intimate relationship with them. It's just not their business, you know. So
that could be. I think that's where the challenge comes from, because some men, you know, I'm very open. You know, I love the LGBTQ community, so I have no problems at all, right? But
Yeah, I think Kendra, she fumbled the ball on this one. I think she should have checked this girl, checked this guy. I don't know, and kind of like let him know, like, yo, that is foul. I think you should tell the guys that you are a man. If some guys are gonna play with you, she should tell the guys that you are a guy, that you are a born man. You were born a man. That's what you should tell them. I think Kendra just should have actually made that input to actually make it understand that that is foul. And Kendra, she said like she pretty much don't care because obviously she's not the one getting affected. I think she fumbled the ball right there. She should have kind of checked her, like, yo, especially when she said she's actually tricking black guys, because she said like she's looking for a chocolate man. Last time I checked, chocolate man is black guys, so she should have checked her.
I do know men who, if they're talking to a trans woman and didn't know, they would feel away, even if there was no intimacy involved. So I mean, for each their own.
I think that comes with their own insecurities, but you know, like you said, to each.
That could be true. No, that could be true. I'm not gonna deny that. That could be true. But nevertheless, okay. So for people in the comments that were wondering, she definitely did reveal that. I have one more question about that. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But when did you make the transition?
I transitioned at 13.
Oh wow. Okay.
They making transitions at 13 years old, yo. A goddamn child. I find that, wow, it's crazy, it's messed up that a 13-year-old kid, because you're still a child, you're still living under your parents' roof, actually go to those lengths, actually go to that string to change their sex at 13 years old. Last time I checked, you cannot even, I learned how to drive cars around 14. But legally, I wasn't supposed to be driving a car. You can even get a driver license at 14, at 13 years old. But you are old enough to determine that you want to go from a man to a woman or from a woman to a man. That's crazy, yo. That is nasty, man. We live in a nasty ass world, yo. That a 13-year-old can make that kind of decision. They're not old enough to drive, but they're old enough to change their life forever. Let me see. Somebody asking for it. IG. I don't got his IG. I don't want to have his IG. Yeah, you can transition to your name. Yeah. At 13 years old, man. This is crazy. And I think, if I'm mistaken, I think it's in Illinois or Missouri, one of those states. Yes, information, man. This is crazy. Brownie, what's up, baby? This is crazy, yo. We're going to hell, yo. We're going to hell with gasoline draws, yo. Let me continue, yo. Let me rewind that little bit so you can actually hear that shit.
That could be true. No, that could be true. I'm not gonna deny that. That could be true. But nevertheless, okay. So for people in the comments that were wondering, she definitely did reveal that. I have one more question about that. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But when did you make the transition?
I transitioned at 13.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
I was 15. So.
Okay, got you. All right. All right. So now we got that clear. Let's continue. All right. So you said men are intimidated by you.
Yeah, I naturally intimidate guys. I don't try to, but I get that a lot. And so, I come from a different type of cloth. You know, I'm very cut different. So, I don't know if it's the gangsta in me. You know, I do come from the trenches. You know, I'm a very upscale girl from.
I come from the trenches. Come from the trenches. And then in the she say come from the trenches. In the very next line said, I'm very upscale. Yo, what the? Yo, this motherfucker is confused, man. How the hell you come from the trenches and then you was upscale, man? Those two things that don't even go together. Don't even go together. This is another reason why I picked this one, because even white people, because they be trying to make it seem that it's only minorities be having drama. Like they be having all kind of white people be having problems too. You see what I'm saying? Because this person, this guy, girl, whatever, is confused to the like, yo, this is confusion at the highest point right here, yo. Come from the trenches. Yo. Yeah, Corinne said she transitioning from the trenches to upscale that shit. She on her way, she a nurse now, so she making some good money. She making some decent money, I guess. So she transitioned to that now. Yo, oh, let me continue, yo.
Trenches. So I live a certain type of way, but when I open my mouth, it's just like I don't know if it be turning them off or like it just takes them off guard or what. Because I'm a white woman, and as I keep seeing these.
When she opens her mouth, she turns them down because she's a white woman. They have to keep repeating that to kind of make themselves believe that they are a real woman. You see what I'm saying? Like they have to kind of like beat those words into their brain to let you know that they are a woman. A white woman. Oh shit.
You know, so I guess my voice intimidates people or just my demeanor.
She said her voice intimidate people. No, your voice is deep as hell. I mean, actually, I take that, but her voice is not that deep because the first time I watched this thing, I was like, the first thing that caught my eyes was like 21. Look like you look more like 41. But I was like, I look kind of suspect. You know what I mean? They just, so now you start listening to the boys, you be like, it's kind of like, you cannot really tell because you got a couple girls out here with a couple of deep boys. Be careful. They might have a dick. Be careful, people. Be careful, fellas.
Because I'm very stern on like my morals. I'm very stern on how a dude approaches me. You know, your approach is everything. And if you don't approach me correct, I'm gonna check you. You know?
He will check you. Okay, let's do the Kendra Cam, boo.
I'm in my scrubs, y'all know.
Sorry, we're gonna skip this part. I'm not interested in seeing the Kendra G cam from this guy right here. Let me go fast forward a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna fast forward the Kendra G cam part. I don't want to see that, and I don't think the ladies in the chat want to see that because this guy is not looking for you anyway. So we're gonna skip the Kendra G part. I don't want to see his body, her body, whatever. I don't want to see that. So let me fast forward real quick. Yeah, there you go.
So, when was your last relationship, Davina?
Oh, girl. About 4 months ago. I was in a fight.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
With my ex on Halloween.
Halloween, okay. Why do you think you're single?
Because I'm too stern on. You say like, what's a deal breaker for me? And so I don't really have the answer to that. It's just like when it comes time to it, it's like no dude can really like do it for me. So I have a lot of guys, you know, running towards. I don't have that problem.
This thing right here. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that she said, I got a lot of dudes after me? She said, I got like and I find that hard to believe. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you got a lot of dudes after you, quote unquote, you wouldn't be on a goddamn dating show. Like, stop the cat, yo. Stop the cat. She just trying to make her trying to make himself sound like a more appealing than what you are. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're trying to make yourself sound appealing. You're trying to make yourself sound like a you that man, like I mean you that woman, whatever. Because if you was getting it like that, you wouldn't be on a dating show, man. Stop the cap, yo. Stop it. You ain't getting it like that, man. I think a lot, and maybe it might look different in real life, but Chihi is not getting it like she trying to imply to be getting it. Like she getting it like that, like, oh yeah, it's a lot of guys after me. Stop it, 5. Stop it.
At all, but it's just like I can't find somebody that I can just naturally click with. Not that I'm even looking, but it's just every guy that does pop up, it's just not there. You know.
Well, you say you're looking because you're on this show, right? So you're not open to it.
I'm open to it. I'm not necessarily looking though, but I love you and I love your show. And I said, I always try to click on there just to see if I'm at work, just chilling. So everything is done where I'm at. So I'm like, okay, I got some free time. Let's see if she's gonna click me in.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so why would a man be lucky to be with you?
You said what?
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm a bad bitch. I work hard. I got bread. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. When I'm not in scrubs, I'm real swagged out. I'm a good person at heart. I'm very kind. I'm a little toxic. I am an Aquarius.
What makes you toxic?
Chihi's toxic. The Chihi girl, guy, whatever it is toxic. This motherfucker say, I'm a bad bitch. The part that kills me is obviously it's pretty safe to say that she hang out with black girls. So she pick up the bad traits, or she picked this stereotype that she created, he created in her head, his head, whatever. And now she say I'm a bad bitch. Like they have to constantly continue saying that they are a woman in their head. That's crazy to be. That's very crazy to be, yo.
I like to get hands put on me a little bit.
Michael Fell trying to put Michael Fell want niggas to beat her up. Sexually, of course. I don't condone violence over here. I don't condone violence. Let me say that. Let me get that clear. I don't condone violence over here. But this is what this nigga is saying right here. This nigga said that she lies, he lies to get hands put on him.
Stuff like that.
Okay. Would you date gay men or just a straight man?
To be logical, you gotta be some type of gay or bi to deal.
Okay.
But if we're going to be not logical and typical society makes it, I prefer a man that just prefers interest.
Wow, this is crazy. Do y'all hear what he say? Do y'all hear that? This is what I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This is. I mean, I'm not confused. Let me make that clear. But the way that they live is very confusing to the normal average man. He said, and I quote, she said, logically, the men that I deal with, he would have to be either bi, gay, whatever it is, right? But I'm trying to be unlogical, so obviously I'm looking for a straight man. But if this quote-unquote straight man is messing with you, this guy wouldn't be so straight, right? So this is some crazy, wild, delusional. Man, this is I don't know what word I'm looking over here, man. This is crazy. I'm trying to be political correct over here. Let me go ahead and acknowledge my girl, Miss Dallas D. Thank you for the $10 super chat, my dear. And she said, you can take that white man out of the trenches, but you can take the trenches out of his feminine energy. Yo, man. This is funny, man. Thank you for the $10 super chat, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate the love, man.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
We back, yo. I will be wrapping the link, of course. So yeah, hopefully y'all can come up and chop it up with your boy and continue talking about we can discuss about this. I know you got some questions. I got a whole lot of questions. I got a whole lot of questions, yo. Yeah, do you think I listened to my girl Vegas, which is interesting? Vegas is she is white. That's my girl right there. You know what I'm saying? I like her a lot. I know him for a little while. She is good people. She said yes, she's trash. She's trailer trash. Hell yeah. My man World Class said this is what PAPI Black will be listening in his car. No, I don't. But I like her voice. I love her voice, actually. That's I forgot the name of the song. I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but that girl voice is amazing when she was singing that little song. That's why I even put it in the super chat. It smooth the process. It smooth the whole move. All right, let me continue, man.
Okay. Would you date gay men or just a straight man?
I mean, to be logical, you gotta be some type of gay or bi to deal.
Okay.
But if we're going to be not logical and typical society makes it, I prefer a man that just prefers interest.
Oh, your phone's going out, Davina. Say it again.
I prefer men with just interested in women naturally. But I mean, you know, I can't really necessarily.
Oh my God. You can make this shit up, yo. You just can't make this shit up. This guy say he prefers a man that likes natural woman. Did y'all hear that, yo? Did y'all hear that? I prefer it. Maybe, yo, hold on. Maybe it's me. Maybe I didn't hear that one real well. Let me go back 10, 15 seconds back.
I prefer a man that just prefers interest, not logical and typical society makes it. I prefer a man that just prefers interest.
Oh, your phone's going out, Davina. Say it again.
I prefer men with just interested in women naturally. But I mean, you know, I can't really.
I prefer a man that is interested in women naturally. Yeah, we're going to hell, man. Yeah, this is crazy. This white guy is confused, man. This man right here said he made it up in his mind that he is a white woman. That's what he thinks. He tells you that he's a white woman, right? That's what he's telling you. He believes that his core tells him, her. You got to be political correct. You got to say him, her, they. I don't know. So you got to use all the pronouns. You got to use all the pronouns that ever existed, man. Great pill, man. How you doing, family?
What's good, man? How on a Tuesday I get that confused?
Yeah, man. Well, put on your seatbelt, man, because this video right here actually came out. It came out yesterday.
Okay, I'm actually shocked. Yeah, I'm actually shocked. She actually shooting her shot on Kendra G.
Huh?
I'm actually shocked and surprised that she's shooting her shot on Kendra G.
I don't think it was shooting her shot Kendra G though.
Not at her, but I'm just saying she's opening up the possibility, because you know if you come on Kendra G, you're pretty much trying to say, hey, I'm single, I'm looking for somebody, so somebody can reach out. That's usually the norm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was okay. Let me continue so we can rap about this, man. Hopefully you got a little few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see my man information, man. Yeah, my man, this doesn't make sense, bro. And the crazy part is you can say nothing, bro. You cannot say nothing, because if you say something, you're you're gonna get they're gonna say they're gonna call it what, a hate speech or something like
It's
that.
pretty much information man can chime in a little bit more on this one, but it's pretty much down to assault. So if you're mispronouncing somebody to the degree where it's almost like assault, that's how the crime is that serious. It was a documentary on which I'm gonna talk about, is called "What Is a Woman," and halfway down, the father. I don't, because this is not based with that part, so I don't want to go too down a rabbit hole. But just the pronouns itself, like, you have to be real careful, because it's pretty much saying that if I call you what you're claiming opposite of what you actually are, that will become a legal problem.
So let me hold on though. So obvious in this case right here, we're right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she's a white woman, so I gotta call her a she all the time. If I call her a he, I'm going to jail or something.
Correct. You got to address her as what she identifies as.
Okay, if I'm
I'll give it basic. So let's just say this individual and you is working in the same place, right? And biologically, it looks like a man, talks like a man, it acts like a man. So it's and the biology is a man. Even her driver's license would say this is Henry J. Ford, but she identifies as she, and you're still addressing her as sir. That would become a problem in the workplace. You would get more. You will become terminated or fired or suspended than her.
So if I identify in the workplace, right? So if I identify myself as a sick individual, like I'm sick, so I can get a lot of PTO, they have to give it to me because I think that I'm sick. Hold on. This one is better. This one is better. If I identify myself as a goddamn dinosaur, they got to go with that.
Hold on, see this where it comes with the funny with the wordplay, right? So again, you said if I think, again, you got to believe and identify as such. So
okay, I'm a dinosaur.
Okay, cool. So you're identifying yourself as a dinosaur, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to address you as a dinosaur.
What happens if you don't address me as a dinosaur?
And then I will be reprimanded.
Wow, yo, this is crazy.
It's a process. I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a process.
Oh my god, man. Okay, she, he. Can you say she, he? Or just she?
It's whatever she. I'm telling you, bro. It's whatever she identifies as. So a lot of people say that the pronouns is Hold on, give me a second, because I'm trying to break this down. That it can go him, they, us. That could be one of them. So it was whatever she identifies as. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me continue, man. Dissecting this man because he's a goddamn man. They got no twisted, man. There's no.
Yeah, you're living in reality. You're living in reality.
Yeah.
Necessarily say, "Oh, I won't date a gay man because my ex was bisexual." Gotcha. Okay.
Say my ex is bisexual, but then again, she said earlier that she's looking for a straight man. But then, this is the part that kills me, man. This is the part that kills me about these people. Like they say, I'm looking for a straight man. I'm looking for a straight man. Obviously, if this man is messing with you, he's not straight, bro. He ain't. Correct. It's impossible. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a degree in, and I don't have a degree in medicine, none of that. But I'm smart enough to know that this nigga messing with you, he's not straight.
But even that's the issue too, Poppy, because there's a lot of therapists that really can't talk about this, and most can't even really address it. It's like it's a whole different class. Like I say, it's so much layers to this. It's ridiculous. Like logically, we know there's a lot of therapists out there that will say, "Hey, you are not this," because they're living in basis logic and reality and science. So, but there'll be other forces out there would say, "Hey, we're okay with this. So let me give you $75,000 pop to transform yourself so you can be more identified as what you identify as."
Yeah, well, I identify myself as a doctor, man. So hopefully.
Oh, how you can go from a dinosaur to a doctor now? So what's going on, man? You confusing me now, Poppy.
I'm a dinosaur doctor. Marcus, what up, family?
What up, good people? My bad, man.
Do you identify yourself as a Mexican?
I identify all that shit. No, real quick, bro, because I know I've known about Mark Walsh for about a good 5-6 years, and I know about him when he's on Joe Rogan even before the pandemic.
You know about what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
About Mount Walsh.
Okay.
What Breakpoint was talking about. So the only thing that I would just change or fix is the fact that because you live in a different state, and that man in the green shirt who was a Decepticon, they can't really do nothing about it to you. Now, can you be socially canceled or something like that? Can you be maybe attacked or maybe so-called potentially ostracized because you didn't use the correct thing? Sure, that's possible, but as long as you're not living in the same state, you're good, because that man right there, he's somewhere else while he's getting the interview done by Kendra G. That's the only thing.
Thank you for the info, man. So I guess in the internet, it's a good chance that you live in a different state. So I guess I should be good.
It'll still be challenged though, because I mean it's worldwide. I mean, what people identify as, so it'll be challenged. But you know, Marcus,
you got to remember though, like the state policies though, because every state is different.
Yeah, but at the same time,
let me make this disclaimer.
Yeah,
nobody's no bashing nobody in here. We just talking about it, man. This is
a conversation.
It's entertainment only, man. Don't get in your feelings, because listen, you can lie whatever you like. I don't care, man. I just find it interesting, quote unquote. That's all. Let me continue with this, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Davina, St. Louis, CNA, Aquarius, no kids. You prefer black men, you said, right?
I don't discriminate. I attract more black men, I would say, and I am more attracted to black men. But like I said, I don't want to put myself into a corner.
I don't like that. I don't like the fact that she said she like colored men. So I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. Why ain't you with your kind? Why ain't you with your peoples, man? Yeah. Well, I want to if any guy in the chat is interesting, what would you rate him? I mean, what would you rate her? From 1 to 1. Give it a rate. Right. Everybody in the chat, the women, the women can participate too. Like, if you have to give it a rate, what would you give her? 1?
Somebody said a -7.
Hey, somebody rate Michael Field right here. Michael Field. Oh my God, let's continue. Hey, hold on now, because I know if I am mistaken, I don't remember this part right here, but Kendra usually asks you, like, how do you want these guys to get in contact with you? You want Instagram or Facebook, whatever?
And say like, oh, I'll only do this when that's not.
Good answer,
so I don't discriminate.
Okay, but you do want older men. Is there a dollar amount he has to make?
He has to make at least enough to pay his own mortgage, and you know, because he's, you know, I don't deal with men that, you know, I know all these girls say like, oh, they have to meet the requirements to take care of themselves. You have to do a little more than just take care of yourself. For me, you know, you're gonna have to be able to get me nice things, as well as me being able to just randomly just pop up and give you nice things. So I need you to be able to have some extra cash for sure.
Okay, and there was something I was gonna ask. Okay, well, let's do it. Give them your Facebook page, honey.
My Facebook is Davina, DEVENA Hart. I got a couple pages, but it's the one with like my white.
For you guys that was looking, do you guys have Facebook?
I'm out.
Don't worry about it. I rewind it a little bit. I go 15 seconds back. You know what I mean? So y'all can get your pen and paper or test that to yourself. Okay. Hear her Facebook, guys.
As well as me being able to just randomly just pop up and give you nice things. So I need you to be able to have some extra cash for sure.
Okay, and there was something I was gonna ask. Okay, well, let's do it. Give them your Facebook page, honey.
My Facebook is Davina, DEVENA Hart. I got a couple pages, but it's the one with like my white top on.
Make sure you guys follow both of her pages. Okay, Davina with whatever I don't know how many E's it had on that name. Davina, I don't know. She, you know, she's from the trenches, so she probably spelled it with a Y somewhere. It's probably a Y and an H, a silent H somewhere in there. So
Just
be careful, guys.
Just for some little tip of information, because Marcus put me on game. He said you gotta check them hands. So her hand is up there, Marcus. There you go.
Man, they can start. They can shave their Adam apple, and they can they can see their face and everything, man.
Science is a whole nother trip, bro. Modern medicine went to the point, like I said, it's the Adam's apple, it's down to the cooch, it's the nose, it's the breast, it's everything. It's scary. It's very scary.
And even though, to be fair, it's only a small number of the population that is doing this kind of things. You see what I'm saying? Very small. But the simple fact that you're going against biology, you're going against like pretty much life, against God rules. You know
nature,
what I mean?
Yeah, nature. Yeah.
That's what makes it crazy. You know what I mean? So, like, I remember growing up that you don't really see these people like you don't really see them out like this. You see what I'm saying? Like one thing I noticed when I was a little kid, in all my teenager years, whatever, they only used to come out at night, which is in the middle of 2000s. So you know what I mean? They used to come out at night. Don't get me wrong. Most of them, they don't bother nobody, and most people don't bother them either. You see what I'm saying? So it just but nowadays, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like it's becoming a little bit more. I mean, it's way more. They out there now, because I remember I was grocery shopping the other day with my kid and stuff like that, and I turned into aisle 7 or 8. I forgot what aisle. It was these two guys got them kissing with each other. You see what I'm saying? And my little girl, she look at me. Obviously, she confused. She old enough to know.
Yeah, she wants you to answer the question without even asking it.
She looked at me, and then she was like, "Daddy, those are two guys." You see what I'm saying? And I was like, "Yeah, they are two guys. We leave them alone. They do what they do. I guess we're gonna have to go to aisle 5. I guess this aisle is not available." You know what I mean? I guess this aisle is not available now. So it just like I say, nobody cares what they do, bro. It just, bro. When you outside kissing each other, you know it's kids. To be fair, I don't even like to see straight people outside kissing each other when his kids are around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sit down and explain that to the goddamn kids. But wait until you get to your goddamn car and do all that bullshit. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
It's not that serious, man. Now, let me continue, yo.
And it'll be tagged to this one. Right. Okay. All right, baby. We'll get back to work. I appreciate you. I'll get back to work.
Okay. I appreciate it.
And keep me posted how it goes.
I will.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye. All right.
Homegirl shooting a shot while she's at work.
Yeah. Kendra G's show have become pretty much a show where a lot of people they're pretty much looking for like clout. You know what I mean? They're looking for like a viral moment.
Yeah.
First, let me ask both of you since you here, man. And anybody that want to come up, man, I dropped the link. If the link is in the chat, let me drop it again. Y'all more than welcome to come up. You can order your song. I got music. We got music for sale over here, man. You want to hear your favorite song? It's gonna be $5, and then 2 songs will be $8. Then I put the link in the wrong place.
Yeah, you did. It's all good.
I know what Poppy's favorite song is.
Yeah,
girls, you love it when I'm down, and I'll be there for you, girl. That's how he says, girls.
Yeah, let me start from the beginning. Do you, Great Pilly Marcus? Did you watch the first reaction that I did with the Streetwalker?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I missed it, but I heard of it though. I heard she was literally working at the same time she was doing the live stream.
Yeah, she was in the streets of Dallas, man, selling that twat, selling that pum pum, selling that punani. We got one of the best channels out here in the space right now. Information, man. First of all, thank you for blessing me with your press, man. I'm a big fan, bro. I don't know what kind of cameras you got over there, but I need to save some money to buy some of that camera.
Shout out.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you too, Poppy. Everybody, Great Pill podcast. Everybody, everything that you guys talk about that you do is on point. I just came up to say this right here, and I you guys have heard me say this before. I'm talking to our heterosexual, real biological women. You guys can't validate them. They're trying to copy you and mimic you. Our women have to stop validating these type of individuals and bringing them into the fold like this. Men do not raise boys to be this way. So where else do they get this stuff from?
1000% agree.
Information man, can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the documentary What is a Woman?
Yeah, I heard you speak about Wash. I've actually seen that, and it's problematic. It's a lot of problematic because that question, at the end of the day, when it gets down to the biology, we know that we all took biology, and we know it's about the Y and the X chromosomes. And then outside of what we're born as, people have their gender preferences and their orientations. That's one thing. But this whole thing about what's a man and what's a woman, you know, it's ridiculous that we're at this point. And you're right what you said. If you're in the workplace and someone identifies themselves as something and they want you to define them by that pronoun, you can get in trouble at work based under the policies at work for not acknowledging that person. I'll tell you for me how I get around it. So we get guys, because I deal with guys in the prison environment who change themselves. They want to be women all of a sudden. But then they want you to call them her and she. How I get around it is that legally on their paperwork, they still got their legal male name. So I just call them by their name. I don't say Mr. such and such. I just say the name. And that's how I protect myself, because legally that's what their name still remains unless they change their name legally. Now they'll have they'll have a name that everybody knows them by on the line that people call them by. Other inmates will call them by. But if their name is Johnson, I'll just say Johnson.
Yes.
That's it. I can't get in trouble because that's legally what their name is. When you're working with your coworkers, I try to avoid being in situations where I have to say she and he. Whatever their name is, I just call them by the name. Now I'm in a safe zone because now I'm not using those pronouns other than what their name is. Because if a person hasn't legally changed their name, then there can't be any recourse against you.
Correct.
If their name is Johnson, but they come to work and say, I want to be called he and she. Okay, we'll call you he and she. But if I call you Johnson and that name hasn't been changed legally, and that's what your name is, I won't be in violation of anything as long as I treat you respectfully. But this situation is getting scary. You said earlier, Poppy, that they're going to get to a point where they're going to probably have babies. I saw an article one night where they're talking about how they can put a woman's wound or whatever in one of these trans type people. It's going to happen in the future, whether we like it or not. And as fun as it is, gentlemen, it's going to get to a point when I was telling my lady friend this, it's going to get to a point where before you start having sexual intercourse with people, you're going to need to see some birth certificates and shit around this place.
Yes.
Oh, no,
yes.
you
He's
are
100%
wrong,
right.
man.
No, I agree with them.
Yeah, sir, you are wrong, because it's not all the state, but it's a few states that you can actually go back and change your birth certificate. So you're gonna get that on that road too.
Yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, we got to figure out identifiers.
Yeah.
Okay,
right. When you, if you seriously,
I give you one. I'm gonna give you one. If you even think that this motherfucker is a man, just let it go. It don't even come onto your head. Just don't even bother. Don't bother.
But let's keep this in mind. I think, who was it that said this on Black Men Unfiltered? Somebody said this. there is a difference in the pheromones that a female gives off versus a male when they're wearing that perfume and shit. Like when you think about it, if you put on female perfume or a woman puts on male cologne, it's not going to smell the same.
Yeah.
Something's going to be off in them pheromones.
Yeah,
So
but
even though they can change their sex, even though they can change all this other shit, at the end of the day, in the biology, they don't give off the aura that women give off when they're wearing perfumes and other things of that. There's things that you can look for, but the thing is, man, this is the thing. Guys like us, we might be aware of this, but this is what's happening that's very dangerous. The younger generation of young boys are growing up today and they're becoming desensitized to it. They're becoming used to this whole thing because you got binary and you got all these different sexual orientations. So the younger generation, they're going to be used to it. They're going to be okay with it because they went to school with people like this. When you got the basketball player letting his son, who's now a girl,
Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade be a girl. When you're going to school with people like that, when you're a young person, you grow up and you begin to be comfortable with it. You might become comfortable with it and you say, it ain't no big deal. Maybe I'll even try it. But this is what's even sicker. Check this out. Dwayne Wade's son has been changed to a girl. But guess what? Remember that picture he had with his girlfriend? The girlfriend is a boy that's actually a girl.
Yes. I was about to say that.
You see how confusing this shit is?
Everybody is twisted up over there.
So now you making your son be a girl, but the person he fucking with is actually a girl who wants to be a boy. See, this world is getting twisted, man.
But you know what's crazy information, man? You're like, look, I don't got no problem with the trans, with the gay, with the LGBT, none of that. They are entitled to do whatever they want, right? Good for them. My problem comes when, number one, I got two problems. When these transformers start tricking guys, man, the whole triggering part, that bothers me. And when it comes to kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think no kid should be allowed to make those decisions until they make 18 years old.
But here's the thing.
I think you should wait until you're 18 and then like, yo, if you want to become you want to go from the man to a woman and a woman to a man, as long as you're 18, do whatever surgery you want, fam. Nobody can stop you.
But here's the thing, Poppy. Two things you said, right? You said for you'll wait to 18, but the human brain doesn't fully develop to like what 25 information 24. Yeah. So me personally, I would just say at least wait. If you feel that strongly about it, wait till you get 24 and then make the decision. You already saved up, you took the therapy you needed to make that conscious decision. Okay, do what you need to do. And then it's about the children thing, right? I will even tack on the social media part. We know people so dive into social media where you got lost souls, you got confused people that's been either I know you don't want to hear this, but either bullied or feel lost or alone. And guess what they gravitate to? Their home. Whether you want to be incels or not, they find another sector of communities, and then you find this, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, Facebook, and then you have these communities, and they'll say, "Hey, this is the it crowd. Oh, you feeling confused? Not about your sexual orientation, you just feel lost and alone. So now, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna gravitate to the people the cliques that loving me, that's accepting me for me. The next know that accepting me for me might turn into something else. And then here you go, 18, 16, 12, 9. Youngest people have cell phones and technology. They're gonna assume what they want to assume. The next thing you know, they're identifying, and that becomes a scary problem. And the parents could be right there, right next door to them. 2 parents, 1 parent, however you want to call it.
Yeah, I was gonna add on to that too, because like there is that TV show on TLC called I Am Jazz, and they started that boy's process when he was small. Like, I don't know, Info Man, have you heard of that show?
Yeah, I heard of that. Mm-hmm.
And it was unfortunate because like they're putting the child through procedures and processes and like medication, and the doctor, you know, like I know, like, I don't know if it violates HIPAA law or something, but I do know that certain doctors can use their practices or license. And because I Googled this too, and it was like cases where like they lost their practices, their license to be able to, you know, do the profession, all because they were being honest with that child or teenager, adolescent, who tried to say, hey, I identify as this. I want to go through the confirmation surgery, want to go through the reconstructive surgery. I want to be put on this and this and this, but then they'll recommend you not to do it because you're at such a young age. Like even Graypill was saying, you have to develop it. Your body has to develop at 24 years old. And so now it just becomes crazy because now more kids were doing it. On that show of I Am Jazz, there was more of these underage kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers, wanting to follow through her in her footsteps. And they were trying to do car washes to make sure, hey, we're trying to raise money so that this person can get their reconstructive surgery. And one of the guys was like, oh, wait a minute, is this what that's for? Oh, never mind, I'm not supporting this. I can't support this. The guy just leaves and takes his car.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But let me just say this before I drop off. The scary part is that, okay, like in California where I live at, they just passed a law that allows, we're going to have floods of people coming to California that allow people to get these sex changes or what have you for their kids without the scrutiny of what would happen to them in any other state that they're in that's against this. The problem is that when you start allowing young kids to do this, and we know that the brain doesn't fully develop. You said 24, but it's actually over 25 years of age where more maturity starts to kick in on your brain.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when we all have seen this with people that we've grown up with, where they thought they were something, and then when they get a certain age, they realize, nah, that's not what I am.
Yeah. That's
Now,
not
what
me.
if some of these kids get them bodies butchered up? And then when they become like 30 or whatever years old, they start realizing, shit, what the hell have I done to myself?
Yeah.
I don't really want to be no damn this.
Yes.
Yeah, but information, man, according to what I read, is a lot of people that go down that road, they end up deleting themselves because they hate what they see. They
regretted it
after all those surgery and stuff like that. Like the deletion rate, the self-deletion rate on after the surgery is like real high.
Yes, it's really high, and it's literally after the surgery when it kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the magic question, then, gentlemen. If we don't allow kids to drink alcohol, if you as a parent, if you were to allow your kid to do that, you would be seen as an unfit parent. There's many things that we don't allow kids to do because we deem it in society as that they're not ready for it, maturity or physically.
Mm-hmm.
So then why are we making it a norm that it's okay for a child to identify with sexual changes to their body that have long-lasting effects when they're still not mature enough to completely understand what life is all about? But we'll let them do that. But on the other hand, we don't let them have drinks.
I think personally it's a wave of acceptable ignorance. We'll give like a domino effect, right? Like we'll say use art, right? Because everybody say art is subjective, but then you have these crazy disfigures. I seen one woman modeling, walking out a runway with, blood down her outfit and carrying 2 bloody babies, and then they make that acceptable. Then they say, okay, well, if that's cool, then something else might be fine. And then we had movies we knew that was dead wrong. It was like, okay, well, if that's fine, then we'll move on from there. It's like every time they'll pick so many branches off the tree just to get so close to that root, and then you have the collective. Let's just say here in a group, market, you might be dead set against it. No, this is not right. You're bringing all the logic, you're bringing all the facts, you're bringing all the data, you can bring all the science. But everybody here keep making these excuses for non-logical stuff. And then next thing you like, now you're quiet, you're down, you're not saying anything. The next thing you know, people might make that more accepting. That's literally how I see it. I think it's blind ignorance forming and building more groups to pass on that message.
Yeah, man. Welcome. What's up, man? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, PAPI Blanco?
What's good,
we sounded good. The mic sounded good.
It sound good.
Good, man.
How we doing, guys?
Doing great.
Good, bro.
Doing good, man. Peace to you.
Peace to you.
Yeah, man. Listen, but look, this is crazy because look, I actually information, man, great pill markers and so on, bro. I actually experienced a little kid actually letting me know that he was gay, bro. Like he was LGBT. I'm sorry. Yo, like I took my kids to the goddamn pool, right? The little kid probably was like no more than 10 years old, bro. 10 years old, little boy. He was there with his little sister. The little sister probably was like 8. He was the oldest. So you know they were doing kid stuff. They jumping in the pool. This happened this summer, bro. That shit broke my heart, man. So I'm just, I'm there because I gotta watch my little ones. They're not there with their parents. They were white babies, white kids. So they playing around, whatever. So no, I brought like juices and I brought juices and like little chips for the kids and stuff like that, right? So while we over there in the little table eating, bro, the little boy is very, very feminine, son. I noticed that. I'm like, the hell, I don't. It's a little kid, right? And then the kid he started talking. He started talking to remind you, he got the mom and the daddy home, bro. Keep that in mind. The mom and the daddy is home. And then he was like, this guy, the little boy started talking about that he put up on makeup. And I was like, huh? I was like, yo, what you mean you put up on makeup? I'm like, yo, you mean like you was painting in a piece of paper or something? No. And the little sister, I don't know where she screamed, oh, he is LGBT. You see what I'm saying? She screamed out of her lungs, bro. From the top of her lungs. She screamed that. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, how old are you? The little boy say, I'm 10. And I was like, who live with you? And like, yo, my mom and my daddy. I'm like, oh shit, nigga. This little boy and the little girl was like, yeah, he is that. He is LGBT. I'm like, what the hell? At 10 years old, not only that, the little sister, which is 8, she already know about it. You see what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, because now even I don't know how they work, how they say that in that household. But I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's sad, bro. It was real sad, man. It was real sad.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, I know it's nasty out there, bro. It's nasty. Like I said, one more time. There is nothing wrong with being that way, bro. There is nothing wrong, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Then my problem is when it's the goddamn kids, bro. It's the goddamn kids, man. You're too little for that, bro. You're too little for that life, bro. How the hell you gonna sit over here and tell me that at 13 years old, even though at 13 you can actually know? I learned how to drive at 14, right? How the hell you gonna tell me at 13 you cannot have a driver license, but you are growing enough for you to make a decision to go get transition and shit like that?
Right.
A license, I can go get a new license every 5 years. But even in that Arizona, you get a license, you change that every 62 years. But like it's not like a long lasting thing. You see what I'm saying? Every 5 years, most states. Bro, you go to the transition, bro. That's forever, bro. I don't care where that's forever, man. That's whatever, man. It's nasty, man.
Check this out. Like, so yeah, fathers being around I know in that little boy's case, obviously, I'm not sure what's going on with the leadership in that house. But so my daughter does cheerleading, and one of the last football games, it was a man and his wife and their little boy. They were all sitting on the front row. And my daughter's mom, she was sitting right beside me. And it was funny because she was tapping me on on my shoulder. She was like, "Oh, look at that little boy. He's so cute," or whatever. Like because he was cheering. I guess, when the players was running up and down the field, because little kids, they like to do what they like. When they see stuff like that, it makes them feel like they're in the game. So they try to imitate what they see on the field, right? So and plus my daughter's mom was like, she does that because she wants more kids, and she be trying to give me hints and shit, but I don't mess with her like that. So she ain't gonna get another one from me. So somebody scores a touchdown, and then the cheerleaders, they come up and they start cheering, right? So then he stops imitating the football players and he starts imitating the cheerleaders, right? Now, when he did that, my daughter's mom tapped me on the shoulder. She's like, "Oh, look at him. He's so cute," or whatever, when he started cheering, right? So then, so somebody scores another touchdown, right? And the little boy gets up and starts cheering again when the cheerleaders get up, right? But this time, the father grabs him, and he shook his finger at the little boy like this right here. He didn't even have to talk. And I watched the little boy look at him, and the little boy understood that he's not supposed, that's not his thing. That's not what he's supposed to do. And
Hey,
it
can
was funny.
I just wanted to say this, brother, because what you're saying right now, I don't mean to cut you off, is powerful. I had said earlier before you came on, our women have to stop validating this. What happened in that case is that the woman or any female, when they see boys behave in feminine ways, they validate it by saying it's cute. But the father did exactly what you said, which was like, no, that's not your role. And that's what I was meaning earlier. Our women sometimes, unfortunately, directly and indirectly reinforce the behavior.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. And it's funny because as soon as the father did that, my daughter's mom turns to me and she says, "Oh, he's just trying to stop that little boy from being a kid." I said, "No, what he's trying to do is raise a son."
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to do. And he's doing it the right way. And it was funny because after that happened, me and her didn't speak another word that whole night. That whole night.
They
The whole night.
always they pretty much they ain't no help, man, because they're gonna be like, well, you know, they could be in their feelings and all that bullshit, whatever they on. So they be like, man, let them be kids, let them do what they. No, fuck that, man. No kid of mine gonna be doing. I mean, at least until they on my roof, that ain't flying, bro. And I think that's a lot of people got to approach it, bro. That's the way I look at it. They under your roof, your rules, man. That's how I was raised, and that's how I'm raising mine, fam. That's how I'm raising mine. Ain't no negotiation, ain't no democracy in my house. I don't practice that shit in my house.
Right. And you gotta, that's the thing too. Like you gotta correct those behaviors from young until, you know, they leave. This kid had to be no older than 4 or 5 years old. So
Hey, Zone, let me play devil's advocate, bro. So what if you have a child, like I said, that father had corrected and he was doing the right steps, right? So what if a kid just randomly come to you, we'll say age 14, say, "Hey, Dad, I feel like I'm a girl," you know, and then you have a conversation with them, you know, rightfully so. And then 2 years later, they say, "Hey, Dad, I feel like a girl," or then showing certain behaviors of like maybe throwing on a dress or putting on doing feminine things. And this is pretty much go all across the board for the men who are fathers or uncles, you know, just guardians out there. How would y'all feel like y'all should address that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would kind of address it like I address it right now because I have a daughter that's 14, right? So, and she's aware of the whole they have a trans cheerleader on their team, right? So she's aware of, you know, but he doesn't. It's funny because the one that they have on the team, like this person still is like still has the look of a boy, like he just identifies as trans, I guess. I don't know, but I told my daughter that. So, like for instance, like my daughter's mom, she likes to yell, scream, curse, all that kind of stuff, and she gets negative responses back from the kids, from my daughter. Right? With me, everything's a psychological game. So I have rules, I have boundaries, and that's what's to be followed. That's what's expected of you. And if you deviate that, then we're going to have conversations. There's going to be consequences. There's going to be conversations. There's going to be consequences. And so that's how like I reinforce my parenting is a constant doubling down of what I say, because eventually it's going to sink in sooner or later. Like, oh, I'm tired of doing these extra chores, or I'm tired of reading these books, or I'm tired of not being able to see my friends. I'm tired of not being, and I'm not saying that their behavior that they display is wrong. All I'm simply saying is that these are the expectations, and I expect you to follow the expectations. Simply it.
That's a tricky one, man, because my boy and my girl, they come up to me with some shit like that. Yeah, I try to think what I was saying. I don't want to get canceled before I say
The tricky part, right? The tricky part, because my thing is, I see, and I know you don't hear a lot of dudes on the internet saying this and on YouTube, and they got to be the toughest guys, but
Fuck them.
I love kids though. I love kids, and I can remember my mom talking to me a certain kind of way when I was young that I didn't like, and I remember how I reacted, and why she didn't get the positive result that she wanted from me, right? So I take those lessons. Like I said, everything's a psychological thing with me. You know, my thing is to get you to get a psychological response so that you can then act out the response that I want. I don't have to lay a finger on you. I don't have to hit you. I don't have to threaten you. You know, I could say certain things in a way that will make my child think a certain kind of way. And that's why these children are doing things what they're doing, because people are playing with their minds. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, man. That happens to me, man. I would be heartbroken. My kid come out. You say at 14?
Yeah, we'll just throw a number there because it's a team.
14, so that means they got. I mean, I don't believe on the whole 18 years old you grow, man. Like I'm trying to keep my kids. I want my kids to leave the house whenever they're ready, and whenever they're ready to actually face the world. You see what I'm saying? I hate when people are like, you out of here. Nah, I know kicking my kids out at 18. If they need to be at home, they're like 22, 23, goddamn it, they will be there with me.
Right.
But if that happened to me at 14, I would tell my son, my daughter, I'd be like, I guess you're gonna have to rate yourself from this point on, because you're gonna have to go to a shelter or some shit like that. I don't know. You ain't gonna do that shit over here.
What's your input?
Yeah, you can, bro.
Go to a shelter.
Yeah, what's your?
You can, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is, this is the thing. This is what my grandpa told me. My grandpa, they got different views. You know what I mean? But my grandpa says something that resonated with me until this day, man. If you let them kids do what the fuck they were early, you give them an inch, they're gonna take the whole arm, bro. You gotta correct that shit from the get-go, fam.
That's facts.
Early, bro. You see what I'm saying? You gotta jump on it early. I know I come from a third world country in Colombia, so they got different beliefs over there. They don't believe they don't believe in the whole transformation thing over there. That shit is it's not a go over there. So it hasn't happened in my family yet, because I think everybody's probably is scared of grandpa, because they know they can come over there with that bullshit. It's just now, bro. I cannot deal with that, bro. I just can't.
Information man, and Marcus, what's your thoughts on that same question?
Ask me again, because I had to step away for about a minute. Say that again.
It's fine. So I'm just generally asking. So if you had a daughter, son, and they come around their teens and they say, "Hey, I'm having feelings. Their demeanor changing. They're showing behaviors of hey, the opposite role of sex." And they might say, "Hey, you know what? I feel like a girl, or I feel like a boy." And then you have a conversation with them, rightfully so. And then 2 years later, they come back again, and say, "Hey, hey, Dad, I like the dress, or I want to put shoes on," or they, doing the same behaviors. Like, how will we address it as parents or guardians?
Well, I think the most important thing is that you have to allow your kids to be kids, because I think we're over sexualizing our kids today, no matter what their orientation or preferences may be. But I think I would not, even if my child is saying that that's what they are, who they are, the first thing I would not do is begin saying, "Okay, let's have surgeries." I think that's a mistake. I think you need to, I think you should have discernment with your child, try to understand where they're coming from, understand the world that we're living in. But the most important thing is that I would not automatically start letting my kid dress in dresses and do all these sort of things at a young age, because at a young age, kids are in an exploratory phase. I remember when I was growing up, a lot of people were experimenting, and then as they got older, they realized, hey, this is not who I am. I remember kids that were into the punk rock scene and they had the little funky hair colors and stuff. And as they got older, they realized that's not who they wanted to be anymore. So I think we should let our kids be kids, listen to them though. Don't shut them off, even if they have an orientation that we don't agree with. I just don't believe in now draping them in a costume to display for the whole world when they are not 18 or adult age to be able to make those adult decisions. I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you said it well. I mean, everybody has their right to their own perspective, so I appreciate that. What about you, Marcus? Marcus, you there, sir?
He probably going through a transition right now.
Yo,
I heard that.
How you hear that, but not the question?
He going through a transition right now.
No, my bad, because I was coming back. I was listening to all your opinions and the perspective. Well, personally, yeah, for me, I would just try to like ask questions of like why, like where did you learn this from, or why are you so curious about this? And obviously, I would like let them know because I raised my nephews and nieces for a little bit, and they at least they weren't in that kind of scale because it was they were still fairly balanced. There was maybe like one person in the bunch that was kind of like curious, I guess, in that perspective, but they kind of snapped out of it, and they left wanting to try the so-called mother or auntie shoes and dresses off and stuff like that, and it's tough, man. It is tough. It's weird because nowadays with social media for these kids, it's weird. Like
Yep.
I wouldn't allow, if I were to have kids, I wouldn't allow them to have technology like that at a young age. I just wouldn't. For me,
Right.
I wouldn't give it to them till maybe they were like 8th grade or 7th grade, maybe when they actually need to actually get like a phone call. Because back in the day when I actually got a phone, I didn't get a phone. I think my first phone till like 8th grade or something, and it was only meant purposes for just calling your specific family, friends, whatever, and it was limited. So like I couldn't go on the internet and anything like that, and also be vigilant to who your kids are hanging out with too. Like ask questions. Like, hey, you want to bring them over? Let them know who they kind of, who your friends are. Hey, who do you surround yourself around? Invite them over and get to know them. Because I didn't bring my friends around my parents' house, even though like a lot of the people I hung out with were actually decent people. They weren't troublemakers, but they could like to party every now and then. They like to what's the word? Turn up, whatever. Every now and then.
You say something interesting right there, man. Like find out who your kids hang out. Yeah. Me personally, my kids doesn't go to other people's house. I don't play that. I don't play that. Staying the night at their friend house. My kids never did that, and they would never do that. They only staying with family, with their cousins. They're gonna stay with my brother.
I wasn't allowed either. I had to either come back home most of the time. And at a specific time.
I don't want their friends in my house, and I don't want my kids in their house, man. I like
man.
Go wrong.
Hey, you know what? When it comes to that, because Papi, you got a daughter too, but
yeah,
you know what? I kind of used to think that way, like when my daughter was in like 5th grade, 6th grade. Now she's a freshman in high school, but my thing is, so my daughter, she likes birthday parties. She always wants a birthday party. There hasn't been a year that's went by where she's been like, Papi, no birthday party. Like she always wants a party, whether it's birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, any 4th of July, she wants a party, right? So what I found is that, through letting her bring her friends over, have a little cookout, have a drink in the backyard, whatever. So what it does is, as a parent, it allows you to see who their friends are.
Oh, that's different.
And,
yeah.
And it allows you to meet some of those parents. Because my daughter, she be telling me about this person and that person. And I'll be like, man, these are some weirdos. But then when you actually get to meet these kids and you meet the parents and you kind of get an understanding of, you know what I'm saying, like what it is, it allows you to be a little bit more personal with your kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it allows you to see who they around. So I used to be against that, but now if she want friends over or if she want to have a party, she can have it, because my primary purpose is I want to vet and see if the same friends are coming. Do you got new friends who you're involved with? Because as they get older too, especially when they're girls, I mean, my daughter, thank goodness, is still talkative, but they tend to hide certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you, Zom, because I wasn't saying no part, because trust me, I just did my little girls just had my oldest just had a birthday, and we rented.
You just said nobody's allowed to come over to your house, though.
No, but hold on. This is what I'm gonna say. Like, I'd say I throw parties to my kids, their birthday. I cannot deny them from that. So what I do is we do we rented the main event. You know what main event is, right? Zom, it's like where they play
Gilbert.
Exactly, video games and everything like that. What I'm saying is a public place. Now that coming to the crib, I stay away from that. Yes, of course, I'm gonna celebrate their birthday and all that stuff. And so you in a whole different ball game, because your kid is 14, mine is they're still little. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Super little. You know what I mean? So you got to pretty much actually know that you at this point that you have to know what's going on. She 14, she in high school. That's when you really have to be like kind of be nosy in a way.
Well, see, that's why I posed the question, because when you get to that, again, anything younger than 12, yeah, you have little rambunctious kids, but you know, anything lower than 12, you can keep a more close hold to, or a shorter leash, so to speak. But when you get anything past them teens, they're all over the place. So it's like, okay, now I got to really dive deep, who their friends are, the schools I take them to, their teachers. I got to be so proactive in their lives, because I am dad, I am mom. So now when you see certain elements, like you just gave the example for the father raising a son, this is where I got to step in. Let me guide him in the way it's need to be. But unfortunately, you have those kids that say, them parents is not like you, Zone, or them fathers is not like that other gentleman that say, you know what, they're just kids to a certain degree. Oh, they're just doing this to a certain degree. But you'll see certain behaviors, patterns, and then back to media again, that only adds up to disaster. And it becomes a problem, a big influence that you don't need to have.
Yeah, man. He's wild out here, man. He just I don't, man. It's just like I remember it was on TV, bro. This documentary was huge a few years ago. They started transitioning this kid when he was like 6 years old, something like that. It was like an ABC or Fox documentary. She now is in college, quote unquote full blown women, allegedly. Can you say allegedly on that one?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. And yes, man, it's just nasty, bro. But back to what I reacted, bro. Like, do y'all notice when I was reacting to, like, when she say, we gotta use air quotation marks in there. She say, fuck that, babe. Fucking said that she doesn't let the man know that she got the same tool as them. You see what I'm saying? And that's when it's fucked up, bro. It's real foul. You're letting them know that you got a toolie, the same tool that you trying to get in you, I guess. That's messed up. So what they do is, and look, I remember last year when I went to New York. I told the story before. I think it was on your channel, Great Pill. I went to New York. Me and my boy is a promoter in New York, right? I mean, you know, he's a rap manager. He got a couple rappers under his LLC, so he be in a lot of events, right? So he get invited to a lot of shit. So I happened to be in New York, so I'm like, yo, Papi, let's go out. We went out like it was a Monday night, what they call it industry night. We went out. He point out. So we at the club, right? Everybody that party in New York, man, they know that in clubs in New York are dark as hell. They super dark, right? So we at the club. So he pointed out like, yo, Papi, what you think about that girl right there? The girl probably was about 10, 15 yards away from me. I look at, all I see is ass. In New York, more than half got a BBL. And I was like, oh, goddamn, she got a body. But I knew it was something was up because the way he asked me, I was like, yo, this motherfucker trying to trick me, man. I know what the fuck this nigga trying to do. So I was looking. 5 minutes later, I see that girl kissing the shit out of some nigga in there, bro. Like they kissing like they about to get it in right there in the club, bro. Like she got her throat down that nigga throat, everything. It's a very passionate kiss. About 10 minutes later after that, I see this girl, she walked right by me. Like she literally like 2 feet away from me, bro. And I look at her, I was like, oh shit. This is a nigga, man. Fuck. So I look at I thought my man nigga. I like, this is a nigga. And the nigga, my nigga, he was laughing. He was like, yeah, man, that's a nigga. And I was like, yo, I do you one better. This motherfucker come over here all the time. He be tricking rappers. He be tricking ball players. He be kissing on and everything. So he was like, yo, I heard, I ain't gonna say this nigga name. Nigga, he played for the Knicks. Yeah, no, I'm lying. He played for the what thing he played for the Grizzlies Memphis. I remember buddy. I ain't gonna say his name. He was like, yo, the word on the street is that this motherfucker got in the car with him. Homegirl, the fake girl, whatever, suck homeboy dick, and then he ain't figured out that this motherfucker is a whole man. So son, bro, and that's my problem right there, bro. When you start tricking men, yo, I'm like, and this is when like it comes down to like when they get hurt, I kind of know where that comes from because most likely you trick that man into that situation. Now that man is responding to your bullshit. Because I know men just hurting these people over there like that. They don't go out of their way to trick them like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, we all went to school. We all be outside every now and then, whatever. They're going to be there. Nobody even acknowledged them. Like, oh, okay, it's kind of funny. You keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? You didn't even look. I look at, okay, he's one of those. I keep it moving.
And I'll say this now, Dip Out, because we're in competition now, Poppy. So shout out to me, but I ain't gonna say anything. But yeah, that's problematic now because you have people like that, and I'm not gonna throw everybody on the bus and say because of this one event or these few people, it's everybody does that. You know, yeah, that's fair to say. So, but it's problematic when you go that far down that rabbit hole and think, hey, I can do this and don't self-identify publicly. That becomes problems. We know there's a lot of numbers. If it's not self-deletion, it's pretty much, hey, some guy would feel some kind of way. If he just suspect and you didn't approach him from the beginning, they would pretty much deleting you. And that's happened a lot of many cases, a lot of news. So I will say this, Information Man was 100% right. You have to, and even PAPI Blanco, you have to nip it in the bud. At least identify for yourself. Hey, if you know that they were
pause. You gotta say pause with that. What you mean nip it in the bud? Nothing.
Okay,
in the bud,
pause.
I didn't tell you right
I
here.
said bud. Thank you. Pause. But again, if your child biologically, physically identify as that, keep that characteristic on them. If they come back and forth and say, hey, I feel, I assume, or I copying other friends, because again, they got them little cliques, you know, keep them still in that same character until they still feel the same way, age 24, 25, you got to start making changes for yourself because you are a complete adult. You know, if you move out the house after 18, 19, like PAPI Blanco says, I'm not going to beat you. I'm not going to throw you all across the room. But if you still have that same headspace, then you are adult at that time because you're making adult decisions that I can't help you with because this is how I raised you. You are this. So, but you're identifying as something else. So I'll leave with that. Information Man, I appreciate you, man, for coming up and having, like you always said, tell the truth. PAPI Blanco, I appreciate you like always. Marcus, you already know it is. So appreciate you, man, for just giving that information and that perspective because it need to be had. And it sucks. It's a conversation, unfortunately, but it's a conversation that need to be had. So it is what it is.
I appreciate you, brother, and brother Marcus. I appreciate you too, and Poppy. I'm about to jump off too, but let me leave y'all with this tidbit right here. We've heard throughout social media, where you will have people of the transgender or transsexual community that will say that men, and they will particularly say that black men are taking the lives and deleting the lives of transgender people. But what they fail to also tell you is, if you do go and you dig into the numbers, a lot of these transgender or transsexual individuals, oftentimes when they are killed by someone, it is by someone that they are involved with, either a lover, some kind of lover squirrel, and then in some cases it is situations where they have manipulated a guy, and then that guy retaliates in some kind of way or another that leads them to this. So a lot of times they'll say that we're killing them, but they fail to explain where the role that they play in some of their demise. And I don't think that people should be killing people, deleting people, but these are areas that do play into it. Another thing you might want to look at too, gentlemen, you do know that domestic violence amongst lesbian women rivals domestic violence against women. But you notice that nobody talks about that. And even when you have women who have channels where they say every minute a black woman is killed by a black man, but a lot of them don't tell you about the domestic violence and relationships that they get into with other women, whether it be lesbian or they're just experimenting with that woman, right? Because they're angry at men, so now they want to try women. There's a lot of domestic violence within lesbian relationships that nobody talks about.
Actually, information, man, I read about that. When a woman is in a relationship with another woman, the domestic violence goes to 78% of the time.
Yes, sir.
Men and women relationship be only about 32%. So it triples. It's almost it's 2.5 times actually, to be exact. 2.5 times.
Right. So then why do women, I just got to keep it real here. Why do women, on the one hand, they will point out the violence that men are doing towards women, which we shouldn't be violent towards women unless they're trying to take our lives or do something to maim us, or, we kind of protect ourselves, but I'm just outright abuse. No, we shouldn't be doing that. But then on the same token, you never hear women talk about the violence that women are inflicting on other women, whether they're in a relationship with women or not, because women can be very nasty to each other. So I'll land my plane on that, brother PAPI, but I'll talk to you soon, but I'll be listening from the chat room.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Information, man. Check your DMs when you get a chance, bro.
Okay, I'll do so. Thank you, everybody. Peace.
Just to add up a little bit more, we got travel in here, man. The Dominican Prince is over here, man. What's good,
family? I'll catch y'all later, man.
Are you out of here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah, just to add on what information, man, say, man. The thing is, when women get with women, I call them manifreshes. That's the name, manifresh.
Word.
In Project Pats. So look, when they get with it, yo, what's good, family? Oh, it's an international call. Yo, can you hear me?
What's up?
How you doing, family?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good to see
sir. How you doing?
What's happening tonight?
Good, man. We just reacted to a couple videos and stuff like that, man. But let me say this real quick. The thing is, when women get with another woman, right? The violence go up to the roof is because they don't be having too much boundaries and shit like that. But they forget that they messing with another female, and the other female, which is happen to be the quote unquote male with the bush, the dyke, whatever it is, go ahead and check her. That's why those numbers are sky high. Like I was looking at the number, I was like, God damn, it is that high.
Yeah,
I'm like 78% of the time. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
There's more abuse cases with lesbian couples than are with straight couples. In fact, I think it's 70-something%.
78.
The domestic abuse calls just in areas such as San Francisco, which is predominantly gay. There are more calls, domestic violence calls for women than there are men. And in addition to that, if there are children involved, 70% of children abuse cases that are documented through the CDC and the Department of Health is that it's over 70% where the moms are the ones who are physically abusing the kids. So as you can see, it's a dead end road either way. And I wouldn't even be in the same room with any of these people, you know, with the exception of discussing it in a debate, which I would beat them profusely.
Mm-hmm. You say like when the kids are involved. What you mean, like when the girl got a kid, when she's like a single mom and then and she gets with a man fresh?
Well, a lot of these girls end up starting off as regular 304s or whatever, or they get married, and then when they have finally had enough or whatever, or they feel like moving on. Or remember, guys, we're not shit. You remember that, right? We ain't shit. So apparently, getting a woman is apparently better than being in a healthy, stable relationship. Now, what happens is a lot of those women have kids from prior relationships. Then they move these kids in with these new amantes or whatever you want to call them. And that's what the problem is. It's really, really bad, guys. It's worse. I know. Take, for example, we always tell guys, don't hook up with a single mom. Right? We always tell guys, don't hook up with single moms. Yes. I mean, it's for recreational use, but we're not talking about relationships. Now, if you take that example right there, and it's a dude who moves in with a woman who's a single mom that has a daughter. Now, you see what I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So there's too much downside. Now, as far as going back to the lesbians, now take that and take the statistics I just gave you and get an idea of exactly where the big cities are headed. Okay. If dudes don't step up and take their boys, like their sons, they're going to end up with, because we're running out. Okay. High value guys that are decent, guys that are hardworking, that are really good with women. We're like, fuck off. We don't even deal with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can say that it's been better for me be overseas than it has been in the States, because I don't have to deal with any of the horse shit you guys deal with. Sorry.
Can you tell the people where you are right now?
Yeah, I'm in Mexico now. Just so you guys know, I'm an international firefighter, and I've been living overseas since 1992 as an international firefighter, going from country to country to country. And yeah, started in 92 and I've been overseas ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Shout out to you, man.
You're done with America, huh? So, can you, if you don't mind, of course, like, you done with American women? Like, can you tell us just a little bit why are you done with them?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys know the background. I started in the military.
Yeah. Yes,
and
sir.
When I was deployed to Iraq the first time, I was a young officer. So I had all these young Marines and Air Force guys underneath me. So when we came back after a 9-month deployment, a lot of these men's wives were pregnant. And I'm having to be the guy that's in charge, because we're only allowed to talk on the phone over in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Afghan for 15 minutes. It's a morale phone. We have to sit in line and wait and call our houses and talk to our wives or girlfriends, whatever. And then when we get back, almost a third of my unit has wives that are pregnant, and we've been gone for more than enough time. So we're talking about like 40% of the people who are in my unit, which is about 600 guys, ended up having a baby that wasn't theirs. Huge, huge percentage. So I got done with American women. My daughter's mother, for example, when I was stationed in Kuwait, I was deployed for 6 months. When I came back, she had taken my daughter to the United States and then suddenly lost their passports and said they weren't coming back. And then about 3 months later, I got divorce papers and I had to go to the United States to go stand in court. And I was completely blindsided by this, because think about it, we're just military guys, we're stationed overseas. And it's boring for a lot of women, because they got to, when we're deployed 4, 5, 6 months at a time, and you're stationed overseas, girls end up with Jody, which is like the base adulterer. You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to observe, just as of late, the culture of women versus men, because it's actually like a competition. They want to be like us. So anyway, back to these ladies, if you want to call them that. They have more abuse. I don't want to deal with them because they're fucking size 14 and up. I don't deal with fat girls. I don't date fat girls. And as far as the money thing goes, the courts are landslide in favor of the mothers. So I really don't have any love for the court system or family court or anything like that. So, but Poppy, I don't know if any of your listeners know that, like, I was in Colombia for 8 years. Down in Colombia, they have a form of marriage down there. It's called union libre. So if any of you guys are planning on marrying somebody in a foreign country, you could do it in Colombia. If things don't work out, you don't have to go to court. You basically don't even get married. You go to the notary. You say, okay, we've been living together for 2 years. Sign, and you're basically married. It's called union libre. And if you decide shit don't work out, you can walk the fuck away. So there's no divorce involved. There's no child support involved. There's no alimony or any of that. Now their divorce rates are like lower than 20%. I think it's around 17. So it's crazy low. So the women are...
You said the divorce in Colombia?
Yeah, it's the lowest it's ever been in history as of now. And part of that reason is because you and I both know the Colombians are very much against homosexuality. Although they have a very small percentage of the population in Colombia that is anti-family. They're a very, very small minority, but they still, believe in God. They still have like the mean old man space. They still have the Catholic Church. And their families stick together because if one person in the family is a mess, they got to absorb them. You know what I mean? They don't have social services and social nets to fall into. So they are very, very dependent on the nuclear family. And that's from day one, because they'll stay. Like my 2 sons, I don't know if you guys know, I adopted 2 boys from Choco, Colombia. Okay. And I adopted them when they were little babies, and now they're 26 and 28 years old. And
can I ask you a question? Sorry to cut you off. You say that your babies that you adopted from Colombia, they got to be black, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing but black people in that town.
Oh yeah, it's like 93% black, but I lived there for 8 years, so no difference to me. They're all beautiful.
Yeah.
And they're good-looking boys too. I raised them up. I adopted them when they were 2 and 4 years old. Their mother and father were both murdered by Las FARC. So, and one of them was one of my sergeants. So he got out of the military, went back to Colombia, and he ended up getting a security job, and he ended up getting killed, deleted.
I'm gonna assume that you have a relationship with the father, or you knew somebody in the family that's what you had access to him, right?
He was one of my sergeants. Yeah, he was actually one of my best soldiers. Period. He went 2 tours with me in the desert. Became very good friends. He was from Choco, Colombia, and when he passed away, I took care of everybody. By the way, just so you guys know, I've always been that guy that's taking care of people, and he was one of my best dudes. And when he passed away, they had nobody. I mean, their grandparents were super old. And if you guys know, Choco, Colombia is the poorest part of all of Colombia.
Yeah, it is
very poor over there. It was really important that I got them boys out of there and got them into the military school system over here in Germany. And they did well. They did fine, and they've grown up pretty normal. No mother or anything, but they had me,
Yeah, number 1, thank you for your service, man. Number 2, thank you again for taking care of them kids, little Colombian kids. They needed that because a lot of people don't know that. They is a little poor over there. And that FARC, for people don't know, is like it's a left group that be going against the army, whatever. They be killing each other for the past 50 years.
Yeah,
and they're actually engaged in the drug trade now, so they're not even.
FARC became like basically their own little private cartel, didn't they?
Yeah, everybody's cartel over there.
It's an army, private army.
Yeah,
but if you guys want to go to Colombia and go to a place like that, you gotta be prepared ahead of time for fucking culture shock, because it's filthy dirty. It rains all the time. But if you want the prettiest black girls in the world, you go to Colombia. And if you want the pious population of African descent Colombians, then you go to Choco, Quibdó, and that's where it is. It's on the Pacific coast. It's where they see the whales. If you guys ever want to go see whales while you're in Colombia, that's the place to go.
That's like the Caribbean side. I was born in Cali, Colombia, so I'm aware. So I'll be all through there.
So you're a salsa dancer too, huh?
Yes, I am.
I mean,
Yes,
look at that. So yeah, I'm in Mexico now. I wouldn't recommend Mexico if you're coming for the girls because they're not hot at all. Most are pretty fat.
What part of Mexico are you in right now? If you don't mind me asking.
Right now I'm in Querétaro, which is about 3 hours from Mexico City. Mexico City is the high end. That's where all the rich women are. You really don't want to go out with poor
Mexico
Mexicans.
City is like the Washington D.C. of Mexico. That's where.
Yeah, it's nice though in certain areas, and I lived there for a while with my last assignment for like a year and a half. And you're getting the French girls, you get Japanese girls, you get Korean girls, you get Venezuelan, Colombian.
Yeah.
They're all there, and even Russian, Croatian. They're all in this one area, and it's the safest part. It's also the tourist area in Mexico City.
I got pushback for you when you say the Mexican girls that were fat. I think Mexican girls are pretty, but
Yeah.
once you put a baby in them, their body balloon. I don't know
Oh
why.
man, no.
Body balloon it becomes kind of.
What's wrong, so? Come on, so.
No, for real. Like it's different. Like for example, I'll give you you put a baby on an African American girl.
PAPI Blanco just called them the size of a vending machine.
They might. Most of them will continue. They will keep their figure some way somehow, right? Most of them, and then the age catch up to them and they become big as hell. But the Mexican girl, as soon as they had the first baby at 21, boy, is over.
Woo!
He's over.
Blow up.
I know, like in Mexico, like some of the prettiest girls I've seen were from Sonora.
Yep.
Certain parts of Guadalajara, and like maybe a few in Sinaloa.
Sinaloa, I'd have to say were really beautiful girls. Sinaloa girls.
Yeah.
Also,
Sinaloa. I have to second that. Sinaloa. I've been there a couple times, and yeah.
What the hell you was doing in Sinaloa, bro?
You know what it was. You know what?
Yeah.
I was there. I was visiting. I was visiting my Tio.
El Chapo?
Get the hell out of
here! Nah. You trying to get me a charge, man?
I was never here. I was never here.
I'm always there, man. I go through the border like butter. Like there's no stopping. I get the card. I pass through the line. I don't stop. I bring my whole team of guys with me. We're all in uniform. We're all wearing helmets. We march right the fuck through the border, go do our job for 2 weeks and come back. We go around the border, put out fires right on the border and come back. Pays $219 a day. So for a poor ass Mexican making $200 US, that's like a month's salary for some.
That's a lot of money.
I'm telling these dudes, they gotta tighten up. They gotta get in shape. They gotta stop focusing on their bitches and start reading and meditating. And fucking all these guys that came down, military guys, ex-military guys, all are in shape now. I got 40 fucking guys now at another house. And then I got another brigade coming down in January. And these are all dudes that got out of the military that don't want to be in the States anymore. So I'm like, well, fucking come on down here. I'll put you through school, fire school. Then you can go work in any country in Latin America like I'm doing. You know what I mean? And some of these guys got felonies. Some of them got arrest records. You try to fucking go to the States and get a job as a fireman, they'll tell you to fuck off. 3 DUIs, some dumb shit that you can't get a job worth of shit. And making that kind of money, I mean, come on, man. This is like, it's discrimination in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that military guys should have that option of, if they fucked up once, they shouldn't be permanently banned from getting any kind of federal job or government job or municipal job. So out of that disparity, I've found a way for guys to get on their feet, pay off their child support, and get the fuck out of the country. And for some of you guys that are actually stuck in the States because of child support, there's always Puerto Rico. There's always U.S. Virgin Islands, which is great for people who are into reggae. And then there's Guam, which is obviously in the Far East. Those are 3 options. You don't even need a passport. But if some of these guys, I'm telling you guys, pay off your fucking child support. Fuck that bitch. It's not the kid's problem. But if you get down and you can finally get your passport renewed, or you can get it, hell, like I said, if you just want to get out of Dodge, you can go to Puerto Rico. If you're working remotely, I wouldn't recommend getting a job there. It sucks dick, their economy. but you can actually live in a tourist area, get to know some hot girls, and work online and pay off your child support. And then when you're overseas, just stay the fuck overseas. Go somewhere else. It's my recommendation to some of these guys, but pay your shit off because you can't run from it and you can't renew your passport if you're over $1,500 in arrears in child support. That's my tip.
Let me ask you this, man. So you just give me the string. I don't know how much you watch. I reacted to a video of a quote unquote women. He was born a man, but calls herself a woman now. She said that she doesn't tell men when they start talking that she was born a man. You see what I'm saying? Is that happening a lot in Mexico where you at, in the part that you at?
Not at all. Not at all. They're very conservative here, and there's one place. It's called Zona Rosa. It's in Mexico City. It's a gay area. That's where it's limited to. They don't have that outside of that area because they just don't tolerate it.
Okay.
And it's nothing personal. It's not we have anything against gays specifically. It's just so uncommon that for a man dressed up like a woman here in a small town, it's, you know what I mean? This is 80,000. The population is only 80,000 people in this village, in this town that I'm in. So it's a very small population, and you'd find gay people, but you would never see a travesti or anything like that. You won't find people dressing up like girls, pretending to be girls, and trying to go out on dates with guys. You know what I mean? Not here. You'd end up in a hole in the ground.
That's the only thing that I got. Listen, you entitled to do whatever you want, people. Yes, like we know that you in here in humanity, society with us. But the only problem I got with them is when they feel they need to trick him into that, bro. That's my only problem. Let this man know that you were born with a tool and let him make that decision if he want to continue messing with you. Because believe it or not, because they always use this as an excuse, like, oh, I thought he knew. Like, nah, man. Nah, you're like sometimes it's guys that are kind of slow up a little bit. They cannot tell. They probably think like this is just a tall, ugly woman. They just want to get laid.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed when you were playing the video and critiquing and stuff, like the dude, like he was trying to make it seem like what he's doing is not normal, when it's more of, like, basically he was trying to use the excuse of, oh, well, if I just let people know, then they're not going to rock with me. But you literally had a president who signed all kinds of legislation to make your lifestyle normal. So that's not even really an excuse anymore of why you're trying to hide it. You get what I'm saying? Like you in a time now where what you are trying to do or your lifestyle is actually accepted. It's accepted. So the fact that he would try to say that, oh, well, they ain't gonna like me if I just do it. Yes, they will, because there's plenty of people out here with your lifestyle now. You know what you're trying to hide for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me so my man can see what I'm talking about, so he can have a point of reference. I'm gonna play the little so you can hear real quick. I'm gonna play a few minutes.
Older, I would say about 30 to 40. Family overall.
All right. Let's go to your deal breakers besides your age range.
Some deal. So,
okay. Yeah. Look for whatever your own. All right. So does the guy gotta look a certain way?
Yeah, he has to be decent looking. I prefer the way I talk or the way I was raised.
God damn it! What if?
Yeah, he has to be decent looking. So,
okay. Yeah.
I'm looking for the part that where he said that.
So I'm very open about myself, but it's not there for me to just throw out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go.
So when was you gonna tell me?
Here we go.
Okay. I appreciate an inappropriate question, and I apologize in advance. But my show, I just gotta be clear.
Correct.
Do you know what I'm gonna ask you?
I am a trans woman.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Okay, I appreciate you giving me an answer without me having to ask. That was a question. That was curiosity. So when was you gonna tell
not ashamed. So I'm very open about myself, but it's not there for me to just throw out there. You know what I mean? Because people look at you very differently in this day and time. So.
But don't you think it's fair enough for a guy to know that in advance?
We're talking about for you. We're not talking about the guy. So
no, we're talking about, but me is the guy. I'm interviewing you for a dating show. So you're not interviewing. We're not talking private. We're putting you out here for men to, reach out to you. So in that case, do you think it's fair that they have the right to know?
Oh, of course, of course. So if I feel like I'm going to be intimate with somebody, that's when I would disclose that. So if I'm just conversating with a guy, let's just say, on this occasion, yes, they should know. But just in general, no, they should not know. Because if I'm not trying to sleep with them or pursue some type of intimate relationship with them.
You see that? You heard that, my man? And that's the problem right there, man. When they say that they don't have to tell you. That's crazy, that's sick, that's just messed up. That's messed up, bro. I don't care what people say, yo. You're supposed to let this man know that you are a that you did the transition, whatever, and let that man make that decision, yo. So it just at this point, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. At this point, I might as well. I know really. I might as well get with the women that got kids.
Bro, this fucking transformer got a fucking head the size of Andre the Giant. What the fuck?
Hey,
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Marcus. Most guys, they fuck anything. They be like, shit. They just be like, this is an ugly woman.
Yo, but him not saying anything too. It's the same. It's the same as if you were to sleep with a person that had AIDS or HIV and them not telling you. It's the same thing.
Do you think that they should be a law kind of saying that they should be they should be able to tell you what they are? I think
they should get charged with identity fraud is what they should get charged with.
I can roll with that.
I'm just saying.
Roll with that. But hold on though now, because sometimes this motherfucker be giving this guy's a head and shit like that. At that point, because like a sex charge. At that point, you're gonna sex charge, bro.
My thing is,
it's great.
There's no such thing as victims, only volunteers. That's been said a lot. You know what I'm saying? So if you getting domed off, then you're consenting to that. You know what I mean? Like you just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get your rocks off, that you didn't really care to ask questions, look at the chin, look at the arms, check for the Adam's apple, look at the shape of the face. You know what I mean? Like you were so infatuated with the makeup, or you know what I mean, or the trickery. So if you getting your rocks off without doing all that, then you're not a victim, you're a volunteer. And that's male or female.
Yo, hold on, my man, Fighter, you still, bro, Fighter, you here?
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
God damn, my bad, man. I keep skipping over you, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Brody, man.
Are you good? I've been listening.
Yeah, okay, man. What you say nothing, bro? God damn,
I was listening. No,
all right, man. What's your take on all of this, man? What's your take on this Michael Phelps looking girl?
Man, I don't know, man, because it's like it's wrong that they could hide it, or they could try to hide it, but how much can you hide it? Like as a man, you should know that that's not a woman. And if you get any hints of it, you should definitely ask. You should have no shame in asking. And if they get offended, then you know it's actually a man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Fighter. I'm gonna be honest. If I even think this motherfucker is a transform your mouth, I don't even go bother. I don't even want to bother, man. But her hands is too big. She's about 6'7". Maybe I shouldn't go down that road.
Right. Like I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand how these dudes get caught up. Like I don't understand that. I don't.
No. Hold on now, fighter, man. You from New York? We from the same place, bro. If you go to the village in New York, fan, they be having the little ones. It's easier for the little transformers to kind of like blend in with the females. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like they be like around 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", 5'6". That's women kind of height right there. They be slim down. They get their surgery. They get their goddamn cheekbones shaved. The Adam's apple done. All of that. I even heard that you can get your shoulders smaller. I'm like, yo, this is crazy right here.
I don't
and
know.
did the makeup? Oh man! And guess what? This is what makes it so bad, fighter.
I want baby.
Every normal.
I want baby pictures.
No, fighter. This is what makes it normal right here. Every woman, not every woman, most women is getting that BBL. So for as a man, you'll be like, it's like normal in your world. Like, well, you got a BBL, they get a BBL, so it's like they're near the same thing at that point.
That's why I like natural. That's why I love natural bodies. I like cellulite. I like all that. You know, got a little stretch mark right there. Okay, that's sexy, girl. I know you real. You know how like when you buy the sneakers online, you got like the
authentication part.
Authentication card. That's like a signal of identification, like authentication. You see a little stretch mark, like, okay, girl, you real, girl. You real, girl.
At this point, look, I'm gonna make a public service announcement, man. Fellas, just have that woman to show you a video of her giving birth. That's the only thing that's gonna charge you this woman that she's 100% woman. She's gonna have to show you a video of her giving birth, okay? And make sure you got 9 months of pictures of this woman throughout her pregnancy. That's the only thing you're gonna show you that she's a woman. You see what I'm saying?
All right, let me throw you a curveball, Poppy. Let me throw you a curveball.
They can fake it.
So, according to Lil Boozy, you can, I think, with the situation that happened with his son. But so I was talking to this chick casually. She's 40. She's 40. No kids. You know, she's traveled and everything like that. So what if she don't have any pictures of her giving birth? Then what? See what I'm saying?
Okay, you go to plan B then. And that plan B is like my nigga Trump say, grab him by the pussy. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that. I'm just playing. Allegedly, I'm just playing. I don't want you to cancel me. Don't grab him by the pussy. You going to jail for 10. That's 5 to 10, homie.
Or you could do some math.
That's straight up assault.
You could do some math. You could divide that 40-year-old by 2, go out with a 20-year-old and have half the problems.
Yeah,
absolutely. No, I'm just saying I wasn't like trying to, really take it there. But I would, I'm single. I talk to women and different women and stuff like that.
Same thing. I would do the same thing. 40-year-olds, when you're a single guy and you just want to hit, they are fucking amazing. It's when they take shit too seriously or they fall in love with you that becomes a problem.
Yeah, usually a lot of girls are around in their 40s. The good thing about that is like they're probably more chill a little bit and they got their shit together, so they don't trying to like hunt you like that. See what I'm saying? They just want to have a good time. I had a couple cougars in my lifetime. They just like easy going. They just want to go out, have drinks and chill.
Wait a minute, but Poppy, just like who said it earlier? When if a transformer can change, because you said it yourself, right? Depending on the state, a transformer can change their birth certificate.
The birth certificate, yeah.
How can you tell? How could you tell if a woman is actually a woman? They could have had that post-op surgery, and they could have changed the certificate. So now you don't even know.
Well, there's one way to really find out, and it's that you get in their pants. Because the distance between a real vagina and asshole is closer than a dude's dick and asshole. So if you want to get into it, that's where you go.
I'm gonna give you
Wait, hold up, Professor. Repeat that one more time. What you said?
Yeah, that kind of threw me off a little.
Okay. The distance between a real woman's pussy and an asshole is really close. You know that.
Okay.
But the distance between a dude's asshole and a dick, where a dick would be if they installed a pussy, would still be a huge distance.
Oh, so you're talking about the gap in between, like where the gooch is at and stuff. Is that what
Right.
you mean?
If you really wanted to check that out.
Now,
Okay.
and that's when it becomes tricky because what about I get there and these motherfuckers are transforming? Then I'm straight, but that's gonna.
It's cool to rock.
Well, yeah,
around this
but
tricky.
Poppy,
That's that bottom.
exactly.
I mean, too deep for that point.
Because Poppy, because like, what if you like put her pants down or she's pants down, but it's a hot dog bun, not no sausage beef. Yo.
No, but no, picture this shit in your head. You fucking this motherfucker like, yo, this sausage feel like a real pussy.
Yo.
Listen, man. I know we saying all this and all that, man. But listen, you look. It's a difference between a man and a woman. I don't care if motherfucker got apple surgery, Adam's apple removal. I don't care if they change their shoulders, their short, the cheekbones.
Yeah.
They got the breast done, the ass, all that. I don't care. Look at that motherfucker in the eyes, man.
Yeah,
like you ain't a woman.
You
can tell the aura. You can tell the aura.
Hold on. Forget about that. No, F all that. You got to look at the hand size too, because a lot of motherfuckers are laughing at me. Say one of the warning signs. Look at them hands, bro. Them hands could tell you. They got hands the size of Andre the Giant. Fuck out of here.
Let me put it like this, bro. In my life, hold on. I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna go.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
bro. Never in my life have I, bro, and it still hasn't happened to me. I have never met a trans that I could confuse for an actual woman. Maybe from like down the block, but when you up close, oh no, oh shit. You know what I mean? It's like a shapeshifter. When you get closer, like, oh shit, this is a dude. Oh fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has never happened to me.
Let me clarify this, man. Obviously, we joking over here and stuff like that, but let me get it serious. Now, Friday, what you say is 100% true, big. I don't care how many surgeries they do. You cannot trick me. I mean, I've never been tricked because I always look. And even I make it simple, bro. Even if I'm like I don't know about her, guess what? I'm not even engaged, bro. It's that simple. No, it's not serious for me. It's that simple. And like, I don't know. She look very manly a little bit. I'm good. You know what I mean? That's an easy decision for me.
Yeah, no. She got that Britney Griner going on.
I know we're joking over here, but man, fellas, man, be careful, man. Be careful. And hold on now. This is where they get you at. In the goddamn websites, in the dating website, they get you in the fucking date. That's what I'm so glad I missed that era, bro. I'm so glad I know into that whole online dating thing.
Well, where else would they be? They can't. I mean, they'd be on social media pretending to be a woman. They'd be on the dating apps pretending to be a woman. A lot of them are mentally ill, you know that. And so you're dealing with a dual-edged sword. Another thing too, somebody mentioned the eyes. Those eyes, you know how, unless it's a complete psychopath, you look at them in the eyes and you could tell it's a dude. You're looking into your brother's eyes or something, or your dad's eyes. You know what I mean? It just has a look to it. The hands
that's scary, man. The way y'all talking about it.
You go to Thailand. You go to Thailand. They have beauty pageants with the trannies. They're called ladyboys. And the reason why they wear long white gloves is because their hands look like men's hands. They're all women, all out, cut to pieces, and to made it look like a woman. And you would be completely in shock because they look like young girls, and they're not. They're dudes, and they will whip their dick out and get you. Watch it.
Yikes.
You guys in Thailand, you gotta watch out for them ladyboys.
I watch out in Brazil too. Brazil got a lot of.
Whip no shit out on me. I'll catch a charge on your ass.
They know that Muay Thai, man. They whoop your ass at Muay Thai. And you go to Brazil, they know jiu-jitsu.
I got these. I don't care how much jiu-jitsu, karate, shih tzu, spaghetti they know. It's gonna be trouble.
Yeah. There's gonna be problems. But boy, I tell you what, the guys that do get tricked, oh, you got to be pretty dumb or blind or deaf or all the above.
Or or they're volunteers, man.
But you don't believe it's cases that you can be treated, man, because I believe that it's cases you can be treated, man. You are at the club,
Yeah.
drunk as hell, you of that Don Julio, of that Hennessy.
Listen,
at that point, yeah,
I believe it.
When you drunk as hell, your logic is on the floor. You just want to get one, or you just want to get one nut off, and then you be like, well, she, quote unquote, she's an ugly girl, man. Next thing you know, this motherfucker just give you a blowjob, and then you find out a month later this motherfucker is a transform.
I'm just not in that environment.
Yeah, because they could pitch a fucking
I think you
tent.
get tricked. I think you get. I mean, Minister Jab, he just did like a whole series or a couple shows on trans gentlemen.
Oh, did he?
And stuff like that.
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, because remember it was like a trans chick in Miami, or was it Miami or somewhere
Poppy,
recently?
you covered it, Poppy.
That was like going around and
The
stuff
dude,
like that.
The one from New York that was tricking dudes in Florida.
Oh yeah, this motherfucker. He from New York. He from the Bronx. He from the Bronx, and he moved to Miami. Got the whole thing changed. He cut off his wee, and he
was putting all the rappers on blast.
Yo, he changed so much that he became a stripper at the strip club. And to remind you, this is what a lot of people don't know. In Miami, it's butt naked. It's butt naked in Miami. They be so naked that you can see the heartbeat. Son, and he was fucking on niggas, bro. He was fucking on guys.
And he was putting out the names of the rappers and stuff too.
And that's another thing, bro. I never understand these people because they fight for equality, right? They fight for equality, and which they should be treated equal. Like they should be treated as a normal human being, right? But once you go ahead and fuck a guy, why do you feel the need to put this man on blast? I never understood that. Because you go ahead and fuck him and suck on him, whatever, right? And then turn around and put him on blast, which means that in your mind, it's telling you that what you're doing is wrong. That's pretty much what you're saying without saying it.
Yeah, it's a shame tactic.
Exactly.
And it depends on this person's environment too. Some of them actually are into it like that, and that's no embarrassment for them. They don't give a fuck. They're into it. They'll go, I did this and I did that. And the worse that they talk about it, the more interesting it becomes. That's why these stories get blasted the way they do, because it just draws attention to the obvious. For guys like us, it's disgusting. Here we are feeding into it. To them, they don't give a fuck. They do it every day. There's a market for that. You guys think that they're cutting their dicks off for no reason? They're doing it because there are dudes that are willing to pay top dollar to be with a dude that looks like a girl. There's a market for it. It's not simply because they're insane, but they are. It just means that there's a market for it. Just like us, if you like girls with big fat ass titties and a fat ass and a small waist, then you go to those places where those women are. And that would be, if you like Atlanta, old Atlanta, I don't know about now, but you could go to the mall for the day and get 4 or 5 numbers and actually get calls and stuff. Now forget it. But the body shape that I'm referring to is that curvy.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Is that beautiful curvy, real super feminine look, round, right, big baby doll eyes, big full lips, square kind of face, skinny face, and some nice long lean arms. That's what I like. I don't give a fuck anymore about the big asses and the big titties anymore. I was a competitive bodybuilder all my life, and all I did was date bikini girls and all that bullshit. It's not appealing to me anymore. Now I'm with a girl that's my own fucking age, that went as my photographer everywhere I go around the world, and has been like 4 years with me now. Like I went on an assignment for a whole year. I came back. She said, "Hey, let's go on tour when you come back to Mexico." So I've been with her ever since. Been good, man.
Oh, so you're in a relationship now.
That's what's up.
Well, yeah, I have been. I'm not a player anymore. I did the thing. I did the rotations.
I want to be a player.
Did all that. I did all the fuck shit and all the dumb shit, and But now I'm 50 years old now, so you know what I mean. I'm pretty much happy being stable, because now I can go do anything I want, and I'm with a woman that's programmed exactly for me the way I wanted her to be, and that's what came along when I was ready for it. I found out that all my life I've been dating piece of shit women that were like the women that my dad went out with, which was like crack whores, drunks, drug addicts, just low bottom feeder, low energy people, broke bitches. When I went overseas, I didn't realize there were honest, beautiful women that were actually nice because I was used to ratchet fucking bitches. And
what city in the state you were living, if you don't mind me asking?
I was in Miami.
Oh man, you was in. You think?
Yeah.
Hold on, Miami got some beautiful women.
Yeah, but we're talking about the 90s. Okay, I was transitioning.
Oh, you was in the cocaine cowboy era.
No, I was military.
No, I'm talking about like the era in Miami. That's when drugs was heavy over there.
Well, that was the 80s. Yeah, the 90s is when the police really started cutting, putting people in jail and stuff. So I was already gone. I was back in Germany in under a year. I left my country in 87, went to the military for the Gulf War, became a citizen of the United States in 7 years. So I stayed in military until 2008. And when I retired, I was able to stay overseas. So I never had a reason to go back to the States because all these dudes are saying, no, it's crazy here. It's like Mad Max. You know what I mean? People are shooting each other in fucking movie theaters and child support is like gutting dudes. So I was like, oh man, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with any of that. So I was able to sidestep going out with any American woman at all. And when I was in Germany, I went out with German girls and Turkish girls. Middle East, I went out with Turkish girls and Polish girls. South America, I was with the same woman all these years, with the girl from Venezuela. And then, of course, I was always toting my boys with me. So it wasn't like I had the flexibility to go on 4 or 5 fucking dates a week because these were boys, little boys. You know what I'm saying? I was like literally being a gigantic babysitter dad for these 2 boys. And if I went TDY, I'd have to have somebody take care of them the whole time I was deployed. So it was a very stressful thing, but I learned to be a good dad. And they turned out to be excellent boys. And they're real tall too. And they're in Germany now. And I don't know if you guys know. Well, black boys, black men are treated way different in Germany than anywhere else in the world because they're considered exotic. Oh, and my boys, yeah, you didn't know that? They love black men out there. And there's a lot stationed over there. That's how I knew about all this stuff. Because when I was living in Germany, I was a kid. And all my friends were the kids of the Americans. So I learned, first time I ever seen a black person in my life was an American. I mean, I'd seen Africans before, but I had never seen or talked to one in English. So we became friends, you know what I mean? Because we are naturally put into a different environment than the United States where military people and German kids and American kids all getting together and going to school together, you become friends. You know what I mean? Especially if you like play sports together. And I was doing boxing and wrestling at the time, and all the people on the team were black. So we all became best friends. It wasn't a matter. After a while, you stop thinking about them being a different color. Yeah. It's interesting because after a while, they're just your friends. They're not your black friends. They're just your friends. Now, when you go overseas, you suddenly discover that we have this massive bond. You know what I mean? Black guys and white guys are like good friends over here now because there's no ego like there is in the States to impress, you know what I mean, anybody as far as status goes, because you can't really ball over here. You know what I mean? It's ignorant to be a baller here and throw money around and act the way they do in the States. So everybody has to kind of live kind of humbly so you don't get robbed, you know? And but it depends on the country. Colombia, you can't have a lot of showy, flashy anything. You can't even have a cell phone out in public because
they're gonna kidnap you.
No, not kidnap, but you know what I mean, the ladrones with the motorcycles. There's a guy in the back. They just pull right up to you and stick a gun in your face and give you the phone, and then off they go. And it's a business all day long. They just steal phones all day long. If it's in public and you have your phone out, it's gonna get stolen. They'll have a gun in your face in minutes. Not in Mexico. Not in Mexico. They don't do that here. It's amazing. They don't steal cell phones.
For real?
No, man. I live in a nice area. You gotta be kidding me. You guys don't know. Okay, I'll give it to you like this. Mexico in general, 90% of it fucking sucks. It's hot, miserable, dirty. People aren't nice. The people are rather racist. And then you have this other 10% where I live, where the people are like in another fucking dimension. They're actually nice to you. They're respectful. The women are pretty. You know what I mean? It's not the same as like you go 50 miles north of here and everybody's a fucking whale and has a mustache and a beard. Then you go down to the south and they're like these smoke shows that are like 6 feet tall, white, blonde hair, blue eyes, or red hair. And I'm like, am I still in fucking Mexico? Because the people up north, those are the taller ones. The ones down in the south, those are the shorter ones. The ones to the east are the darker ones, and the ones to the west are the prettier ones. And I'm like, it's 5, 6 different countries here. So if you don't like the darker, shorter ones, then you go to ones where they got the tall ones that are actually good looking. But I get assignments, so it doesn't matter to me where the fuck I go, because if I get an assignment to fucking where the hot chicks are at, then I get an assignment where the hot chicks are at. I go around and I will be surrounded by all these firefighters that are just fascinated that these foreign guys are here to visit. You know what I'm saying? So we have our pick of the fucking litter, guys. So if we want to go out and on the town, we're all in fucking uniform. And you can literally go and pick out any girl from the fucking herd and go get with her. That's how hard it is. Any of you. I don't give a fuck if you're fat, short, black, white, green, purple, whatever. You can't, if you can't get laid, you can't hold your dick.
Damn.
I'm not kidding.
You have to be really, really out the game for you not to get some over there.
Just gotta say hi. That's all you gotta do. Hi. Where are you from? And you got that blue book, motherfucker. You're in. They'll want to get with you. Anyway, my captain just arrived, and I know he's got some food, so I do want to appreciate you, Papi, as usual. And you guys hit me up if you want to come down to Mexico. All right?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, do you have a channel?
All right,
Professor.
Professor.
Yeah, it's the Professor. It's Professor Mex at Professor Mex at arroba Professor like Professor with the B MEX at Professor Mex.
Yeah, next time do me a favor, just put it in the back so I can actually drop it in the link in there. Let me see if I can find it right now. One second. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Give me 1 minute. I got it. I got it.
Professor. I mean, hey, me and Poppy are right around the corner, so it ain't nothing for us but a hop and a skip.
Yeah, I go to Mexico every now and then. I haven't been in Mexico in a couple of years, but it's nothing but like a drive away. I go to Puerto Peñasco.
Yeah, we're like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my captain just came. He brought us all food, so
okay.
We got.
You always want to welcome to pull up, man. Anytime.
And listen, I got two dormitories down here. If there's any veterans that are interested in wanting to become an international firefighter or a rescuer, like for earthquakes and shit, all you got to do is get a hold of me. And I mean, if you're in shape, physically in shape, and that's something you want to do, just want to get out of the country for a few months, you can do that. And I have a dormitory here, and it's all, the classes are all in English. So if anyone wants to do something like that, you get a hold of the Professor, and then we'll link up. Because January we're doing a new cycle of new people. So if anyone wants to come down January-ish for the 3 month or the 2 weeks or the 1 week or the 1 weekend, it's all introductory and it doesn't cost anything. So.
Let me go ahead. Thank you for the cash. I mean, this person want me to say their name. Thank you for the cash, man. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you, man. Zone, man. Yeah, man. Yes. What you thought about the whole show today, man? The two reaction that I did. I don't know. You seen the first one when the girl was selling ass on the street?
Yeah, man. I saw. I think I saw that. I think Mr. Palmer might have did something on that a few months ago, or I think I seen that clip before. So when you played it, I'm like, I think I seen this before. But we in a place, we in a time where basically monetization is everything. So, if they can make a quick dollar off of it, you know what I'm saying, that's what they're gonna do, and this is kind of like what Ramil, do you know who Ramil is?
Yeah, he cool
Oh,
nigga. Yeah.
oh, okay. Like when you see something like that, this is exactly what Ramil is talking about when he says hoes is always winning, or something. He say something like that because it's always gonna be a dude. Like let's say even if these chicks were not available for universal income based plans, food stamps, WIC, all of these social programs that they eligible for, it's always gonna be some dude that's gonna see a chick who's down on his luck, and she gonna look at him like a sucker or the bum that he is, and she's gonna take him up on his offer. So that's why Ramil says what he says, because regardless if the system falls through tomorrow, these chicks like her, the only reason they can do that is because it's enough of a supply of dudes out here that's gonna get with her regardless, even if she is on Kendra G trying to sell the WAP or do what she do with the WAP. So
Son, man, it's getting scary out here, man. But like I said, if you know what you're doing, you should be good. This is more for the fellas that they kind of like coming up pretty much, because they are the one that they are like more out there. It's easier for them to get preyed on by these women turn men and these men turn women, because they like growing up with them, so they really like think it's cool. So they just be like, next thing you know, they in a whole. Because I don't know if you heard about I've seen a few actually, like a few live streams about people reacting to people like they be in a relationship for like a year or some shit like that. This nigga don't even know that this man was born a man. This woman is born a man. See what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, how the hell you do when you have sex? They don't be having sex. They be having oral sex. You see what I'm saying? Because they went into marriage. This is ways for you to know, man.
Yeah, man. I seen something. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was doing like a live stream of a couple that was over in Switzerland or something like that, and the dude hollered at the chick, and he didn't know that she was trans or whatever. So when he actually did find out she was trans, he actually didn't have a problem with it. And I guess the chick explained her story or her journey, and she said that sometimes the dude that's now a chick was talking about how she gets gender dysphoria sometimes because there are certain points in their relationship where I guess they have gotten so close that they talking about kids and stuff like that. And so of course, a man cannot give birth to kids. So that's when the gender dysphoria comes in, because the dude that's a girl or whatever feels so much like a girl that he can't do what the women can do, which is give birth. And that's what causes this psychological episode every time. Like, yeah. So I saw that, and I was just like, and it's crazy because the dude was saying that how they were at like a family gathering or whatever, and when the chick, which is a man, walked out the room, his partner or whatever, they were asking him questions like, how do you guys do it? And like all of it, like, do you know that that's all of this kind of crazy stuff. But the dude, what I'm saying, was so comfortable with it that, and it was just so hard for me to to identify with how comfortable he is with that.
Yeah, bro. It's pretty much,
I don't know. It's interesting, but at the same time, it's troubling. Like I don't know if you heard about the Virginia. I think it was like a Virginia Tech student who just got cleared of some charge or something.
What happened?
Because it was a trans chick, or man, I don't even know how to say this, man. It was a dude. Yeah, it was a trans person who was on a dating site posing as a woman, and he murked her. And he had to go through trial or whatever. And I saw can't remember if it was Twitter or Facebook that he just got his freedom back or something like that. So yeah, man, it's crazy how, you know, it's one thing if you're a man, you know, and you sign up for the military, you go overseas to go to war. That's understandable. You know, you putting your life on the line for the country, or you sign up to be a police officer, you put your life on the line. But to be a dude and to pretend to be a woman, that's a silly reason to risk your life.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
at least let the other party. That's my only thing. Just let the other party know, man. Because some guys is into that stuff, man. And they got the right to be into that stuff, man. Like I say, man. Like for the fifth time, I guess.
There's plenty of August Alcinas out here.
Yeah, bro. Like, you don't have to trick a guy, bro. It's plenty of guys that are really, really into that kind of stuff, bro.
My thing is like, I just don't like when they be making it seem like they uncomfortable when literally they had a whole president that normalized it by making it legal. You know what I mean? And we in 2022, you know, and this is what they wanted. So I just don't like when they try to make it seem like, well, I don't want to tell people because I don't want to be looked at a certain way, or you know, whatever BS excuse they give, because I'm just like, it's your lifestyle is normal now. You know, pre-Obama, you know, y'all had to be a little bit more secluded, but now you're everywhere. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because I don't hate people, but I'm just saying, like, don't use that as an excuse as to why you're trying to hide your true identity, or hide your true lifestyle, or your true intent. Because that's a real silly way to lose your life, because you're trying to trick a person that you're something that you're really not.
Yeah, man. I'm about to close down, bro. I gotta go hit the store before they got down close, before 6 o'clock. So the after stream we just go to my man Jay Prince channel, man. Tell him that I sent you there. Everybody, I posted the link in there. Let me post my man, and I need everybody. I've been posting my man on his own here. I need my man song to get 500, man, so you can get a community tag. I think you can get it less than 500 now.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you can get it depends how often you post. That's the way they're doing it.
I got a community tab right now.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, shit.
Yeah.
So everybody, please, I ask you, man, subscribe to my main song. Subscribe to the channel. Tell them what your channel is about, bro.
Zone 864 TV. I'm a small YouTube channel. I only got like 82 subs or something like that. You know, I do YouTube part-time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in real life doing stuff. But I guess you could say, like, when I start posting more of my own content, because what I do is I like to take content creators, I like to take clips and stuff of their stream, or if they say something that I like that's really profound, you know what I'm saying, I'll clip it and I'll put it on my channel. So I got a lot of Minister Jap stuff on there, Coach Greg Adams, Dirty Folks, Mr. Palmer, Mr. Goodbread, a lot of the guys that I rock with, I post their stuff on my channel. So even I got a clip on there where me and Poppy were talking about Kanye West. So, you know, like all kind of little things. So, you know what I'm saying? I just do trending topics and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. It's my man is a level-headed guy. Good guy, man. Please go subscribe to him, man. I dropped the link in the chat, man. For whoever watched the replay too, but go subscribe to my people, man. Like, if subscriptions is free, you know what I mean. Also subscribe to what's my name?
Professor.
Yes, I'm dropping his the link of his channel right now. I'm sorry, I'm kind of late. It's kind of hard when you do this shit by yourself. I guess that's what you need. But you need moderators. They do it for you.
That's why I don't be live streaming as much, because when I live stream, I like to talk. I don't really like to focus on.
Exactly. So he kind of throw you off because you got to talk, and then you got to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure everybody good and stuff like that. But go subscribe to my man, Professor, man. His link is in the chat too. Whenever you watch the replay, subscribe to all my peoples, man. Final thoughts, Mr. Zone.
Hey man, great stream. You know, it's as humorous as usual, and man, because I love kids and because I have a daughter, the best thing that we could do as parents, you know what I'm saying, because raising kids is a little bit of a tough job. It's probably going to be the toughest job that you have as a human being. Endless mercy and grace. Endless mercy and grace. I find that that's the best way to deal with children, because children, they look for people to give up on them, and they will test you, and they will do things to try to get you to throw in the towel. So I'm not saying give in to what they do, but what I'm saying is endless mercy and grace, and hopefully one day your children will see you trying to look out for them, and they'll return the favor. But that's all I got, Poppy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Once again, go subscribe to my main song, man. Please, I need you to do that favor for me. Also, if you still watching, you haven't subscribed to my stuff, man, please go ahead. I think I'm like 16, 17 away from 1600. So please subscribe to your boy, man. Listen, man, it was that's what I like. I know you say something about like it's humorous. Yeah, I don't like to really engage into the whole. Like kind of like, I mean, it is serious topic, but I like to make it fun. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Engaging. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because we already got the whole series. We got like hundreds of those channels. So I don't think I don't want to follow that formula. I want to do my own thing.
If she don't do this, go on and leave her. Leave her on the curb.
Yeah, no, it's even worse actually, like submission and all that bullshit. Bro.
Shout out to all the red pill out there.
You ask for submission, you already lost, fam. So stop doing those kind of stream, family. I don't care for submission. When I get with a girl, I get what the fuck I want. Because if she ain't giving you what submission, what the fuck you with her for then? If you have to ask, you already lost. That's all I know.
Facts.
And he just so yeah, I like to make it fun over here, make it a little spare, a couple hours. I didn't want to end this early, but I gotta go make a move real quick before 6 o'clock. So, Sam, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you, man. I rock with you, bro. Everybody that's watching, go to J Prince channel. I posted the link, the live stream that he's live right now. Actually, he's very entertaining. That's my guy right there. I don't agree with everything he said, but he at least give you the raw truth, whether it's right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? So so please thank you, Zon. I'm gonna see you later.
All right, man. Have a good one. Y'all take care out there. Be safe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, man. Another one in the books. You see what I'm saying? So please, one more time, subscribe. His membership is available. I would love for you to buy a few of you buy membership for the channel. I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to build a little community right here, and I got a whole lot of ideas. So please, I need you to get him on board. Everybody that's saying the couple of cash that they send me, thank you. I appreciate every penny that y'all send. The people that send super chat, thank you for those super chats. I appreciate the love and appreciation. Let me see, like my girl, what's her name? My girl Janice Coleman, yes, thank you. My girl Dallas. And my girl Dallas again. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate the love, man. I always appreciate the love. Go subscribe to the my girl Dallas D channel, man. Thank you. And yes, go to the after stream. It will be J Prince channel. And once again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, and I'm out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.